Christmas. We're in the spirit of Christmas, okay? And I really feel like lighting you up like a Christmas tree.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Johnny Cum Bubbles.
Yeah, Silver.
It's been too long.
Been too long, baby. I'm a big fan. Yes, sirree.
Hey, all right.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We're back.
I forgot we did that. That's pretty cool.
Are you surprised we're finally back and doing something relatively entertaining now?
You know, man, when did we do Barry Funk Your Mother? When
God,
was
dude,
that?
it said it was a month ago.
But it was 1 month, right? We didn't go over a month
ago.
We did it in October.
There you go. Yeah, welcome to the show.
We
Yeah,
did
it was
in
a
October.
month ago. We did it in October. We had kept talking about that we were considering doing it maybe a little before Thanksgiving, and then you fucked that whole thing up, unfortunately.
Hey,
I mean,
it's
I don't
always
know.
gonna be me.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, let's be real, Doc. At the end of the
Yes.
day, you fucked that whole thing up. We had stuff going on. You and I prepared people that we were going to do the show at 9 o'clock. Then you and I both got on, and we said, you know what? I don't feel like going on right at 9. Let's just go ahead and go live. And for whoever would like to come join the show can pretty much come join the show.
Well, everybody who can't see this, you know, I have you send me a list of what we're, things we want to kind of go over tonight.
Yeah.
It's in a fucking black light, and I can't even read what the fuck you sent me.
What are you talking about?
I mean, can you retake it and with some light on? Maybe I can't see as it is. And then now this is fucking. I don't know if anybody look, it's fucking blue. Look. You can't even see anything.
Why can't you see that? I don't understand.
Dude.
What can't you see? Here, do you want me to take like a real photo of it?
Well, I mean, can you have like a white light on maybe? I don't know. This looks like the light you use in a hotel room where you want to see where the jizz is.
I mean, technically, that's kind of it, right? That's what we're looking for. All
Dude,
right,
what am I going to do with you, dude?
I mean, you know how I roll, son. It's just, wow, why won't the flash come on? Let's try this one.
Hey, how did we do this? And how did I do this last time? Did I get on, I don't know, man. The Us Against Humanity thingamajiggy here.
Yeah, so look, everybody that does finally decide to jump on, all you need to do is just start to make a comment, and we'll be able to post some shit, and we'll be able to see what's going on if you'd like to post. We'd like for you to be able to post. That's a good time. Good times, great old days.
But I just can't remember how I looked because if I go on ours, we're going to hear it. There was one, I went on one last time where I could see the comments, and now I can't.
Oh, well, dude, remember, on the StreamYard page, you're going to click comments, and they pop up there. So anybody who would like to make a
last
comment.
time. It was lagging. I remember. We were missing some.
Or we just didn't have any fucking people posting shit. And lower the fucking volume, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's fucking amateur hour. We're here. We've got a major star getting ready to come on the show.
Whatever.
Major star going to be on the show. And we'd like to welcome him right now. There he is. No, just kidding.
I was like, what the fuck's going on, dude?
I wait for you to start smoking weed before I start doing it.
I just hit it while the song was playing or intro was playing.
Mr.
There will
Skin.
be more, though.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Skin is going to be on the show. Big round of applause for Mr. Skin. No applause? All right, there we go. Mr. Skin's going to hop on the show. We're going to talk about... really, honestly, we're just going to start talking. I don't think he realizes what he's getting into, and I think that's an okay thing, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's okay,
I don't think it's a big deal. Do you think it's a big deal for us to do all this prep? Because here's the problem with a lot of people that don't understand. A lot of these interviews, they're puker bullshit. Puker is let's know he was known back of the day. He's blah blah. I don't like that shit.
Hey, when's the first time you saw a titty?
To tell me how old are you? You remember what? Stop. I don't want. I don't care for interviews like that. They upset me, and that's why you and I were always saying, look, let's just throw the fucking guy on, and whatever we're talking about, whatever happens.
Well,
speaking
if I could see
of that,
the list. That'd be nice. I mean, was there another? I don't even know what we're talking about tonight because you still didn't resend it with some light on, my friend.
Damn it!
No flash now. I don't need any bright spot in the middle of the page.
I mean, I'm gonna. What you could do is just re-edit the motherfuckers. All I'm saying. See, you're
you mean get on the picture, lighten it up, maybe crop it?
I mean, crop it. Let's do some.
No, dude. I need you to just send it, okay?
I mean, I don't understand why you can't fucking see this thing anyway.
Well, it was blue light, dude.
I mean,
come on, sweetie.
All right, sugar tits. There we
Come
go.
On, Big Daddy needs some light on his.
I lit it up a little more. I'm gonna light you up. That's what's going on.
Okay.
I can already tell. I like that you and I went live. Technically, we shouldn't have because we're just talking so much random.
But it doesn't matter,
right
dude.
now.
Every time I wanted to talk to you, you said, "Oh no, wait, let's save it." So I'm like, "Well, then let's just crack the fucking mic.
Let's save it." Because what were you saying? You were running that mouth again.
Now I don't even remember. So that's fucking just perfect, isn't it?
I mean, you start smoking all that weed, you don't know what's going on in the world.
Oh, now the light's pink. You're just, I mean, I'll take this, I guess, dude.
How hard?
I mean,
I don't understand how hard that is, bro. How hard is that?
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
Already 6 minutes into the show. We apologize in advance. We just felt like talking shit before we get into the meat and potatoes.
Nobody fucking cares, dude. They're just happy to be alive.
Well, is that what they said around the dinner table for Thanksgiving? Hey, I'm just happy to be alive. That's it. That's all you could say.
I use that though every now and then when I'm starting to go, because I've told you I got to go get this hernia fucking surgery finally, right?
Well, yeah.
And
tell Let's
well,
talk.
Here's what it is. I've had it
for
I've had it for years since 2009, and I went. And I don't know if anybody's been to have yourself checked for a hernia, but on my right testicle, it looked like I was growing a third nut. And I was like, what the fuck is this fucking shit going on? And, guys might get cut, bleeding to death, whatever, not go to the doctor. But the minute you see something on your nuts or your dick, you're going to run in. Well, the swelling goes down, whatever, I still go in. And he explains to me, it's a hernia, but how he explains it is you got to drop your drawers. He pretty much fondles your nutsack. I think he even put like a flashlight up to it.
You love that shit, bro. You came. I'm pretty sure you came.
Yeah. I told him, hey, when we're done with this, dim the lighting real quick.
You're gonna go out, have a couple of fucking drinks, yeah.
But it is pretty. I mean, when you go to the doctor, bro, you just got to let it go. I mean, you can't have any kind of whatever. They're going to see, they see it all the time. But it was kind of weird. You I swear, you turn the light off. I remember this right. And put a fucking light up to my sack or my nut. It was weird. But anyway, he came to the conclusion, you got a hernia. Everybody knows these things don't heal themselves. You have to go to the doctor, get it repaired, whatever. Well, while I was a lazy, fat, drunk fuck, before my 2 years, by the way, February 9th, no alcohol.
Nice, bro. Congrats.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I don't even get an applause. Okay, all right. There's the
applause. Of course I'm going to give you an applause.
Okay.
That's big news for you, man.
Okay, baby.
I'm proud of yourself.
Listen here, Phil. Somebody coming in the window? What's going on?
Right? What is going on? Get out of there.
So after doing weight training, the last 2 years, he said, man, you're going to get to a point where you're going to feel like you're going to have to go get this done. Now it's aggravating me at work. It's aggravating me, just doing shit around the house. So I'm waiting on the surgeon to call to give me an appointment so I can get my nutsack fondled again and then make the plan and me go in there and get it. But the point was, while I'm thinking of this, feeling bad for myself, I often think of people who have it far worse, and then I'm like, all right, that's what I'm thankful for. Just, hernia is my worst thing going on right now. I'm okay with that. That's okay.
Well, because I mean, I think you're right. I think being able to analyze your life of number one, because look, here's how it could have gone. He was copping a feel. Right, he was feeling up the old sausage, started doing that, going, I think there's something wrong with
Is this normal, Doc?
Is this how it goes? I just yeah.
Oh, God.
There we go. Just wanted to make sure you came properly.
Well, here's funny, though. Here's something funny.
What could have been cancer.
Yeah, see, that's what I was. I was afraid. That's why I went. I was afraid of all that. But he explained the swelling is the two nerve endings that are connected to your testes. They can get inflamed and shit like that because of the aggravation, whatever. But anyway, I call my doctor to initially go, let me come in for an appointment and you can take a look at this again. But then in my head, I'm like, well, the surgeon's going to be, feeling my nut sack. Then I'm going to go, my doctor's going to feel my nut. I'm like, look, can we just skip straight to the surgeon? But before I thought of that, they're like, oh, your doctor is booked up. We can get you in to see the nurse practitioner, which I was fine with until they said her name was like Melanie or something. And I'm like, all right, dude, hold on, bro. Hold on.
Well, if she's fat, I've always said that's okay.
No, dude, listen.
You need a fat nurse. You look, and I'm going to briefly stop you on this
do it.
one.
Yeah.
Because my history with health, I've been in and out of hospitals my entire life. I mean, that's just something that's gone on. As I've gotten older and more perverted, I have specifically kicked out hot nurses and said, yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. I need the oldest, fattest, most disgusting fucking nurse. It's not fucked up. What do I need? I need some hot bitch grabbing on my dick and saying, here we go. It's gonna be I don't need that shit, man.
I don't think I would get aroused. I really don't think I would get aroused just because of the situation, dude. The bright lights in a fucking doctor's hospital or the hospital, the smell of it, the whole thing is nauseating to me. And really, I'm not a giant vagina when it comes to that stuff. I used to be. But after, you get older, you go through little things, going to the doc, whatever. But it's still kind of nerve wracking, even though this surgery is simplistic. It's you get out the day of, you're probably sore for 3 days. You got to take some meds while you're on. The week later, you can go to work, but it will be, unfortunately, 3 months before I can do any weight training, which kind of sucks a dick. But afterwards, I'll be good to go. Some of us care about our health, you cock. And
I care about health too, but I don't make it like this huge thing. For me, I will tell you, I don't want anything on my cock or ball. I want it clear. That would be it. And I will tell you, look, you know what? Hearing you talk about this, I can tell you have not spent a whole lot of time in hospitals, which is good. Thank God, right? Like that's something you don't want. Hey, of course I if you could never go to the hospital, that's fucking phenomenal. Right. You know what I mean?
For you, this is a walk in the park. For me,
I've been doing it operation. Hernia, fuck it. I had 2 transplants and several hernia, and I could list fucking bullshit for days. But
hold on now. Did you have the what is it called? Inguinal, whatever it is, the one that's near your cock.
Yeah.
Not the stomach.
Not the stomach. I've had the stomach and I've had the
So you had the cock. I
had the cock thing. Which is why I was telling you you're gonna be a little sore for a couple of days, bro.
Right. I know that. I know that. But I mean, because I'm not a pill head, I don't like pills, but I do take them if I get something done, like 2 shit, whatever. I will take it so I don't have any pain. But when you're taking these, I mean, obviously you're still gonna be a little sore, but it's not like excruciating or anything, right?
Are we talking before maybe popping a Tylenol or just like He-Man right out of surgery?
No, I'm not He-Man and shit, bro. Okay. I'm telling him, give me shit that ain't gonna make me sick, because I am kind of sensitive when it comes to those fucking nasty fucking pain pills that should be taken off. But I am also one that needs something, because I don't want to sit there in fucking pain for 3 days. So I'm a little,
I agree with that. Now, here's the problem. From your level of pain, as far as like a threshold, right? Like when you're in the hospital, that shit, dude, you're gonna say you need to fucking hook several IVs, baby. You need fucking, the whole nine. That's what you're initially gonna need.
Right. Now, what are they giving me? Is it just general anesthesia, right? To
Yeah,
put me
general
out?
anesthesia. They call it the margarita. I
But
forget.
is it a mask or is it a
No,
IV?
no.
Do
It's
you
right
remember?
through the IV. They have
Oh,
you count
yeah,
down 10,
son.
9, 8
Hell
before you
yeah,
even
dog.
realize you're gonna be
I know, and then you're
drooling and shit.
now when you initially wake up, I remember, from having wisdom teeth out, it was very simple. This is obviously a little bit more complicated, but when you wake up, they've already started to pump you full of some painkillers, right?
Oh yeah, bro. I mean,
Okay, good.
before
Okay.
you even
Okay.
realize what's going on.
Now, am I going to be fruity when I wake up? Kind of like,
Oh,
hey,
you're
man,
gonna
let's
be
fucking...
dude. Yeah, this is time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
anything. Think of the strongest fucking weed you've ever done.
Yeah.
Multiply that because you're gonna be out in
Other
fucking outer
question.
space.
Maybe if you remember, I read something briefly about only being able to eat certain things for a little bit because you can't strain if you have to take a shit or something.
Oh, yeah.
So is there some kind of diet?
Yes, that is a very big deal. The least amount of fiber, right?
Okay.
Because you don't want to start brewing some
Yeah.
turd nuggets up in your gut going,
Yeah.
because that's going to do, let me tell you, we take it for granted when we sit down every day and take a shit until we
Yeah.
have operations like that where
Yeah.
we're like, what the fuck is going on in
Right.
my life right now? You start
Yeah.
reanalyzing everything you have ever done wrong in your life and go, well, this is completely fucked. I don't know
Yeah.
what is happening right now, but it's awful. It's
Now-
it's a painful experience.
Now, with the pain pills, though, what I remember from, because one time I was in an car accident, and I had to be on some pain pills for a while, so my ribs, such, whatever. But I remember they constipate you.
Oh yeah.
So do they do something to counteract that? So you can take a shit?
I mean, they tell you, to have a little
X-lax or
extra fight. Yeah, you could do the little thing up the old poop
little
chute.
chocolate,
Little chocolate,
little
baby.
shit chocolate.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. I think, look, the first 3 days are going to be really painful. Once you pass that,
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be
Because they say I can go back to work after a week since I don't do like heavy lifting. I can lift the bottles, whatever, and they can take out the trash, do anything that's like crazy heavy shit.
Of course.
And
Right.
I will do everything else. But I'm really only going to be missing like 1 week of work, which I don't think is that.
No, that's
it's
not.
that
I don't
bad.
think that's a big deal. It's
No.
just the initial. I always like to preface it as much as possible for people that are unfamiliar with it to know you want to have the most pain possible when you're in the hospital, right? Like you need as much because you need all these people. Here's another thing to remember, Tony, is that you are not going to get, they're going to tell you constantly when they come in the room, you need to get some rest. No, you're not going to get any rest because they are checking on you almost every hour. So when you're like dosing, they're like, okay, time for a more. You're like, fuck, how am I supposed to get any rest? It's not going to happen. Get that out of your mind. Do not expect it. What you want, your goal is to experience as much discomfort as possible while you're in the hospital. So the people that get paid to make sure you're taken care of properly are doing literally everything in their power. Right. They're spoiling you with drugs and pudding and, a little sponge bath action. They will sponge bathe you, by the way, T.
Well, no,
we'll
listen.
get a sponge bath.
No. This is yours might have been a complication. This is you're out that day.
It's an outpatient.
Yes, dude. Now
really?
Dude, listen. Wow. Now it's in and you're fucking out right after.
It's this fucking healthcare system, man. They don't want to pay.
No, dude, it's the
anything.
way it's come now. Like they go through your fucking belly button. Even there's not even an incision, dude.
No shit, really?
Yes,
okay, it
dude,
has been
different.
a while since that.
Yeah, bro. It is fucking like they crank those out now. There's plenty of buddies of mine, which is weird too, because I guess they didn't design the abdominal muscles too well. Because I know probably 10 people with a fucking hernia or had one or had the surgery.
Right.
And now it is, dude. It's same day. Considered a basic whatever, basic surgery, whatever. So
in and out. So you're in and out. Well, you should be nervous. The problem is that there was once a time when you had major operations. Anytime they were going to hook up anesthesia to you, that's it. You were down for the count for at least 24, 48 hours. And I look forward to the sponge bath. I didn't look forward to the actual catheter because the catheter is like, oh my God, what is going on in this world? What have that? See, and that's what I'm talking about. That's when you start reanalyzing your life of going, why did it come to this?
Right, when you're sitting with a catheter in your dick. Yeah.
You're like, how is this happening to me right now? What is going on in this world? All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. Us Against Humanity. This is our November show. So we've decided to start doing more live shows because Tony and I, this is when we do what we do best. We just start rambling. We've got tons of different topics. We've got a special guest that's going to be coming on the show here, Mr.Skin. We'll introduce him momentarily. I see we've got him in the green room. Welcome, sir. We hope you listen to the show for a little bit, and we're just going to dump you in. We're trying our best. We're both ex-radio guys, and we're just trying not to be super cheeseball, and we want you to have a good time. Thanksgiving, Tony. So how was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was good, man. I worked, got to see family prior to going to work, but I usually work the Thanksgiving deal due to the fact that I won't have to work Christmas or New Year's, and New Year's is a fucking debauchery at the bar. So there's no way I want to be any part of that shit.
What? Just I figured. Well, New
amateur
Year's,
night,
right?
dude. On New Year's, fucking.
Well, because everybody wants to get like super shit faced, and that's like. That's that. But I figure, so what? How many people have you ever had stiff you on a tab when you do
Oh, no, dude, there's not that much of that shit. Because if there
really
is, it ain't coming back. Yeah, dude, it's a little bit different nowadays, dude. At our spot, we don't, we run the shit. We don't let the fucking,
I don't understand what you mean. Do you chase
patrons
people
run
down
the
like
ship?
the fucking Walmart or something?
They're gonna respect the authority, bro. If you know what I'm saying, while they're there. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is nowadays, buddy. It's been a while, probably since you've been to a bar, because I know you like to sit at home by yourself and watch your shows and do your thing. But yeah.
Look, first and foremost, I like staying at home, not doing that. And you know me, I'm not one of these COVID, conspiracy, just trying to stay away and put my mask on. Yeah. Even though, unlike you, I am vaccinated. I've gotten spoiled being at home. I can order Uber Eats. I can watch new movies on Amazon Prime, HBO Max. I can, I don't need a hooker. If I need to, there's good old fashioned pornography or things like Mr.Skin.com that I can go take a look at randomness of nudity. I don't need to leave the house technically. Like you got sick the other day. We were supposed to go live last week with him.
Yep.
We didn't because you got really ill. And what was the first? Tell me, what was the first thing I told you?
I don't remember because I tend to block you out, but it was no COVID, though. Thank God for that.
Thank God. This is like the third time around we've had this issue.
It would have been. Yeah. No, it's a little different up here, dude, in Tennessee, man. It's like today it was almost 60 and the day before 30s. So it's all over the place. So unfortunately, with that comes a lot of just bullshit colds and shit like that.
Well,
so yeah, last week.
I mean, I like how you're being very innocent with it. The fact of the matter is that it's because you have these disgusting drunks that don't wipe their ass.
I mean, that's
taking a dump and they're like, "Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think I am in kind of ground zero. I thought that the whole time of this whole thing. My prior place where I was at 6 years. I left during the pandemic, and that was with college kids, dude. And, they don't give a fuck.
No.
I mean,
what's your son's 21 over in
No, he's 18 now. Yeah, he's in college. 18. But he actually washes his hands, all right?
Well, you've trained him right. Like that's amazing. That's the one thing you've trained him to do properly.
Son, wash your hands. That's it. All right.
Smoke this joint with me. Put a rubber on because you don't want a raw dog, even though she says she's quote unquote on the pill. You don't want to do that.
Do they still call them rubbers? I think we're showing our age. Rubbers?
Is that? Do they not? What are you talking about?
I don't think they do, dude. I think it's condom, dude.
What are you talking? So there isn't some kid going, "I'm not wearing contraceptives."
Yeah, I don't think they use rubber anymore.
That's most fucking ridiculous. All right. On that note, let's introduce our guest.
Hell yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend. He's been doing the website Mr.Skin.com for, over 20 years and then some. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Skin. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, Tony and Skeet. How you guys doing?
Good,
Not
man.
too bad. So if you were listening, first and foremost, how was your holiday? How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I traveled with the family. I live in Chicago. Where are you guys located?
I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Tony's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we went from Chicago to Detroit to my wife's family's home. It was nice. I've been doing that for about 20 years. So just like Mr.Skin, I've been going to Detroit for 20 years. So
wow,
Nice.
that's crazy. For over 20 years, you've been doing that. Now, let me ask you, as you heard, is it true that no one says rubbers anymore? I mean, is there a deal? I mean,
yeah, it's been so long since I've been working the streets where I would even hear words like that. So
Right.
I've been married for over 17 years. So.
Well, that's great. I'm giving you a round of applause for over that. And you said you have kids. What are their ages?
I have a daughter that's a senior in high school, a son that's a sophomore, and a daughter that's in 8th grade.
Man, so you really have. I mean, that's along the spectrum of age groups. What's you said?
A
Dog,
lot of drama going on.
Yeah,
Thank God I started this 22 years ago because I would not have the patience. When you have no kids, it's a lot easier to look at nude scenes all the time than when you have 3 kids.
Yeah, like what do they think about that? Like their dad started this website with nude ladies.
Overall, I always say this: what kids actually give a crap what their parents
Right.
do? You know, like nobody. I mean, my dad was an accountant. Like, how many times I actually even think about it? You know,
Right.
Yeah, my kids are cool. I think obviously my son maybe thinks it's a little cooler than my very liberal daughters, but
Right.
Overall, you know, listen, you know, it's a fun website. Like you said, I've been doing it 22 years, and it deals with nudity, but we do it in, you know, I'd like to think a fun, cool way. And it's not a porn site.
No.
It's R-rated. It's about nudity in movies and television shows. So, you know, would my daughters prefer that I was maybe a lawyer or something? Maybe, but
Right.
Like I said, it rarely comes up. And we live in a pretty nice neighborhood for considering. So I think they're pretty cool with it.
Yeah, I was gonna add that. Like they probably don't care because of the situation there. They're like, hey, whatever you do, it's fine with me.
Yeah, it's exactly. But I go back to kids. They're busy with their own lives. They could care less what I do for a living, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and especially, you know, your son. This has me think of the Playboy Empire. Where Hugh Hefner, I mean, obviously, right? Like you're not to the level of a Playboy or Hugh Hefner,
No.
but having said that, you still deal with skin.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, do you ever think your son would be like, you know, Pop, I'm going to get a degree in marketing or business. Can I take this thing to the next level? Have you thought about it like that far out of how you could possibly?
I don't. In fact, I envision a time, I don't know when, but in not too distant future where I have an amazing team. I have 35 employees. I really do more of this kind of stuff. I do a lot of radio interviews and internet interviews and podcasts and different things. And I'm at the point this far into it where I have such a great team running the website, everything, you know, the tech, the biz dev, the customer service, the marketing, the writing, all of that. My team is so good that, you know, I could see in the next couple of years me moving on. I don't know if I'd sell it or some form of walking away, but I've never thought I'm going to have my 16-year-old son take over the business. That has never entered my mind. So we'll see what happens, but I definitely am not going to be doing this for the rest of my life.
Now you said you had a staff of 30 some odd. Yeah. Now, what did it start out with? Was it just you and like a pal?
It was me and one tech guy back in probably like 98, and then I hired one person. I actually raised a little money. I didn't even raise that much money. It's a crazy story. I was working at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange as a clerk, you know, in the pits where people yell and scream at each other, the open outcry. And I wasn't a broker. I was just a clerk living paycheck to paycheck. I was in my mid-30s. And, I started this website, and it was me and one tech guy. And I never dreamed when I launched it on August 10th of 1999 that, here in November, what is it, end of November 2021, that I'd still be doing this. So, but it's just one of those things. You never know until you actually start. And, I never dreamed this would happen. And
right.
What happened was, the cool thing about the Merc was it could be one of the hardest places to work back in the day when it was busy and people are sweating and yelling and screaming. But there were so many times that the Merc was, just dead. Like, it was just a big locker room of guys that were all young, making money, telling dirty jokes, screwing around. And it was a perfect place for me to be this guy that everyone knew. If you asked me any actress, I knew off the top of my head if they'd been nude. And it was like, I was great entertainment for all the guys. Right. It was a great way for me to hone my skills. And that's kind of how this whole thing started. I was in a bar while I was working at the Merc, big surprise. I was in a bar, and like a Tuesday night, I had to be at on the floor at 7 a.m, but I'm out at, 11:30 at night drinking. And my friends were quizzing me on actresses. And this guy was standing next to me that had a radio show in Chicago, and he couldn't believe off the top of my head I knew all this stuff. So he said, I think people would like this. You should come on my show. And it was like a sports show in Chicago. And I went and did it. And, we came up with the name Mr.Skin prior to me going on. And I did it, and I had all these callers call in. It was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And I had such a great time. But I also thought, like, well, that was my 15 minutes of fame. I got to go on a radio show. But his producer came up to me at the end of it and said, we had so many people on hold. This was really going well. Would you want to come back and do this again? And I remember thinking at the time, I have something here. I just, I don't know what it is. And I started to do, this is mid 90s. So I started to go on a bunch of radio shows, mostly in Chicago. And then I started to branch out. Other producers would tell other producers around the country. And I went to a show in Seattle, a show in Boston. And then all of a sudden I'm doing a bunch of shows, and someone heard me in Chicago on the radio and came up to me at a radio event and said, you got to put what's in your head into a website. And I didn't even know what a website was. It was like 97 or 90. I truly did not know what a website was. I'd never even had a computer or anything. And they talked me into doing it. And I hired one tech guy, and that was it, and raised not a lot of money. And here I am 22 years later. And it's a fun job. I got to say, it is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, of course. And I mean, even the timing of it, as far as the idea coming up right when internet is in, I guess, pretty much its infancy, about to because I remember that shit with AOL in the 90s was kind of the first thing that was going on. So the timing of coming up with the idea, along with the internet being right there, I mean, was just perfect timing.
Yeah, I mean, so many things. I mean, think about if I had grown up today where you had access to porn, like on your computer, on your phone, would I have been as interested in, an 8-second nude scene from a movie from the 60s, 70s, or 80s? And, I grew up in a time where, like, I had to look at like the Sears catalog to get excited. I had ABC, NBC, and CBS, that was it. And, growing up in the 70s as a kid, it was like, there wasn't much, man. You found a Playboy at your friend's dad's house, you were in heaven. And, so I had that, like, I grew up at a time where, I had to work for my nudity. I had to remember things because I couldn't tape things. It wasn't until I was, in high school, my parents got a Betamax and got HBO and cable television, where that kind of like changed my life, and all of a sudden I could tape as much as I wanted and save the tapes, just the nude scenes. And that was kind of the early Mr. Skin stuff and how I learned all that for later use for the guys to quiz me.
So I am kind of curious, in this day and age of cancel culture, how much, if any, backlash do you see or hear with your particular site? And a lot of, I mean, let's think of the Me Too movement and things like that, objectifying women, certain things, it's not just art, you're doing clips. That did have me pretty curious about, if at all, if it's been affecting you or how you deal with that.
Yeah, I think from the start, I wanted to make the website fun and smart. We wanted to have a sense of humor, have it be well written, stick to what we were good at, which is nudity in movies and television. I never went and early on, like paparazzi guys that offer me pictures of actresses that they snuck a camera into their backyard, or stuff where they didn't intend to be filmed. Right. I never did that. And I think also, if you come to our website, we really celebrate nudity in film. Like, we're not like, you go to Kathy Bates' page, and we're not like, oh, this is so disgusting, Kathy Bates was nude. We're like, listen, there's someone out there that loves Kathy Bates and wants to see her naked. Why should we rain on her parade? And,
right.
From the start, we've always had that attitude. So, I mean, does that mean that, and also the Me Too movement to me is about people, sexual predators and using your power to intimidate a woman and force her to do something she doesn't want to do. It's not quite, because we're celebrating nudity in movies, is it the same thing? I can see where people might think there's some, there's some Me Too issues with what I do, but it's not, quite. Plus, we have 10 women that work for us, and what a fun office environment we have. People love working there. They stay, gosh, I have employees that have been with me 15, 16 years. And like I said, we have 10 women that work for us, and it's a great place to work. So I don't consider me on the bad side of the Me Too movement. In fact, I'm very supportive of the Me Too movement,
Of course. And I only bring that up because there's just been so much with cancel culture in general and you mentioned, you have tons of women that work within your company. What I have seen, and throughout 25 plus years of working as a radio host around the country and working in media and talking to people in media, it still shocks me. I'm going to bring up the Dave Chappelle thing, where Netflix, he released this thing, had all the trans joke, this and that. And first and foremost, for anybody that actually saw it, I mean, it wasn't a general attack. I won't get.
No, I watched it with my wife.
Fucking hilarious. Yeah.
No. Like, what is everyone so mad about? I didn't get it. But
what's interesting to me about that is that, no matter, even if individuals say, well, hey, I've got think about once again, not to get off topic, but back to the Playboy thing. Well, Hugh Hefner has, half of them are women that run it, but you still have a lot of these feminazis that come out and go, well, they're brainwashed. It's because of, this or that. So I always try to disregard comments of, well, I have women on the staff. In this day and age, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, it will always come back to you because you are the brand. You are Mr. Skin. They don't automatically say, well, it's Mr. Skin plus 10 other female employees under the ages of blah, blah, blah. So I think I'm curious with your site. Is I'm even taking a look at it now. First and foremost, it's great, but I think I would be scared with everything right now in cancel culture that someone somewhere is going to come and try to cancel, even though, you're degrading women. You're not degrading, you're celebrating. But see, celebration by a man saying celebration to a woman is degrading. how would you wind up combating that if you had someone knocking out your door with picket signs and saying, we're tired of hearing about it? How would you retort that?
And have you ever
have you ever had to do anything like that?
No,
throughout the 20 plus years.
I mean, I think if you go on the internet, there's about a million porn sites that are probably a lot worse than what we do. And again, I think, really, I just say to someone, go to our website, read our reviews, read our blog posts, read, see the sense of humor, see the fun, see the celebration. I mean, it's really all I could do. I mean, you listen, no matter, you guys could have someone, you say something on your show and piss someone off, and it could happen. Right. I've been doing this 22 years. If we were doing something so bad, we would have heard something that you're referring to. And we still might, but all we've stayed consistent is movie comes out, there's nudity, we celebrate it, we review it, we show it, move on to the next thing. It's, we make lists. I'm going to be doing my anatomy awards next spring. I have my top 10 nude scenes of the year coming out next week. We make it fun. There's so much nudity now with all the different platforms and television and all that it's funny. I think it's more important my website exists. I know there's tons of free stuff you can find all over the internet, but to have a one-stop shop where you have a level of expertise that we have, great content, and know that we tell you if it's real or fake. And when you get to our website, you expect a certain level of content. There's still people willing to pay even with all the free stuff out there, because this all is centered in one spot. So we've evolved over time. And when I look at my website on August 10th of 99, it looks so prehistoric to me, but we've evolved over time.
And I just want to say I love and support all of that. But you did bring up a very good point that there is so much nudity nowadays, especially with the streaming networks. I mean, I mean,
think about
nothing like it used to be.
Yeah, like in the first couple of years I was running this website, The Sopranos had just started and Sex and the City. There were a couple television shows with nudity, but now there's I think we had I don't even know, I forget the number, but it was 140 shows across 30 different platforms. I mean, that's the other thing is we didn't have original programming from Netflix or Amazon or, even these, they'll do BET Plus will have nudity. You know what I'm saying? It's there's so many different places now that have nude scenes. Our work's cut out for us. We have a lot of a lot of work to keep this stuff organized and to be able to report on it.
I mean, and now they're swinging dongs left and right too. Because don't you have Mr. Man, right? That was
we also had about in I think it was 2013 or 2014. Some of the people that work for me came to me and said, we got to do a male nudity website. And I had always been against it, not because I'm have a big problem with male nudity. It was more because my thought was I'd have to go promote it and I'd have to learn about it. And it's so much fun for me to talk about female nudity if I had to describe if I had to describe Tom Cruise showing his cruise missile, all the right moves, it would be work, So, but they were listen, we already go through Game of Thrones. We're already going through the show. What if while we're getting the female nudity, we also do the male nudity? And that's how Mr. Man was born. And the funny thing is that it just, no pun intended, it's been our fastest rising property over the last couple of years. And it's a website that is done just like Mr. Skin, but for people that are interested in male nudity in movies and television. It's funny. I was naive enough to think back in 2013 that the clientele would be like 50% women and 50%, gay men.
Right.
And I think we've come to realize that it's 99% gay men, give or take 1 or 2%.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, because that's like male strip clubs. That's why they don't survive. They tour it around different clubs because there's no demand for it. Women don't show up as much as men.
I'll give you a little secret. When it comes to running a membership site, women don't pay for sex.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Only men.
Yes, they don't have to.
Yeah.
They don't
rule
have
number
to.
one. Yeah. Rule number one. Right.
And that's so funny you bring that up because Tony and I throughout the show have always said, it's so much easier for women. If women want to go out and get laid, they can go get laid. Men, we beg, we plead. There's R&B songs about it. There's rock and roll songs about it. There's a shit ton of websites to be able to even see that. I knew that site was going to be 99% men, gay men, just because it's like, chicks talk about it, but it's not something that they're
like what would happen is how women would use it is they'd be, let's say they're out with their girlfriends at dinner and someone says, has Brad Pitt ever been naked? And maybe someone remembers to go to MrMan.com and they go on their phone and they look and they see that he has, but then see that you have to pay to see the pics and clips, and they'll go, okay, he's been nude. A gay man will go to the same thing and say, oh, I will pay money to see the nudity, and that's the difference.
Yeah. Now, do you get any help from any of the film studios or anything on timestamps on where things are? Do you have to sit and actually watch or your crew have to sit and watch,
Yeah, I mean, mostly we have to watch it. We have a lot of, through the years, hundreds of studios and PR firms have sent us screeners. And we have someone at our company that works with them and gets them. But a lot of the stuff now is streaming. It used to be a lot of DVDs. Now it's so much streaming, and but they don't tell us where exactly the nudity is. My guys or girls have to go through and find it. So,
and I'm kind of curious too. It's not whereas like music, I mean, we worked in rock radio for years, and throughout time, you can only have less than 30 seconds YouTube, anything else, and then you're doing copyright infringement. Yeah. I suppose that doesn't really count because you're only doing a very small snippet of these films that you don't have to worry about copyright, or
it's called fair use. And way before I launched MrSkin.com, a year or two before, I went to an intellectual property attorney in Chicago, and I said, because I had the same question you did, how could I show pics and clips if, without, I don't want to be shut down in 3 months. And she said, it's got to be first and foremost a review site. You got to have editorial comment, criticism, all that kind of stuff. And we have a formula where we only show a tiny percentage of the movie. Of course, we don't care about the big climactic scene in the movie. We care just about the nudity, and we only show so much of the nudity. And because of that, we're covered by fair use. And again, been doing this 22 years. It's not like we fly under the radar. So I think we're doing something right.
Yeah. That was one thing I was always curious about. All right, getting away from movies, and I was doing a little research on you, and I understand you go to the AVNs quite a bit. Tony and I, we'd love to be able to broadcast out there, talk to about a bunch of porn stars, blah, blah, blah. But in this day and age, and this is where I want your opinion, it seems like it's all about the OnlyFans. It's all about the true girl next door. Give me your insights.
Funny you say that. I have a good story for you. So my first AVN show was 2000. Another story, the founder of AVN, Paul Fishbein, is a good friend of mine. In fact, him and I co-produced this documentary, Skin, A History of Nudity in the Movies, which is at Hulu and
Netflix now. Yeah,
it's Netflix now. Yep.
Well, it's not. It's not Netflix.
It's Hulu.
It's Hulu.
Okay.
By the way, it's their best-selling movie on Hulu. They will not tell you that, but it is their best-selling movie.
Right. Nice.
And but you can also go to Amazon, a bunch of different places to download it. But anyway, I digress. So went there for the first time in 2000. Went to every show from 2000 to the show before COVID, and then I haven't been there since because. But I was planning on probably going back this year, depending on how this new variant is. But anyway, I was there for, basically about, 19 years in a row. And when I first was going, like the first 10 or 12 years, there would be lines out the door of guys wanting to meet the porn stars. And it was porn stars signing autographs, it was a big deal, red carpet, the whole thing. Then I started noticing around 2015, like cam girls were like starting to get lines of people. And I was like, what's a cam? I didn't even know what,
Right.
And I learned what a cam girl was. And it was blowing my mind, the kind of following that they have, to the point where for the next couple of years, the lines for the cam girls were super long and the porn stars were like, not that big. Now, you're right. The OnlyFans was like the next thing after the cam girls. So it's changed a lot. The show itself, obviously is, changed over time. But that was, to me, the biggest difference, was seeing how the porn star got kind of nudged aside by the cam girls and the OnlyFans girls. It was pretty wild.
I think it's interesting because I'm because of COVID, AVNs weren't around, had a difficult time. I think they did the virtual, right, if I'm not mistaken. So this year, I think they're actually going to do it.
They're planning on doing it. Yeah, planning on doing like a normal show, but we'll see.
I'm really curious if it's going to get to a point to where actual porn stars really start to be more of a back burner because of the amount. I mean, billions
they can do it on their own,
are being made from the girl next door, and more people are so much more. And I mean, I don't know about you and what your masturbation personal material is, but mine, I'm all these OnlyFans, because this is the barista.
Yeah,
this is the chick I see bagging my groceries. It's like, okay, well, I know, you're driving a Benz and you're making $15 an hour. Where's your OnlyFans site? So do you think that as far as the adult entertainment industry for pornography, things like that, is really that the porn industry is going to have to figure out a way to bring that in so they can make a little more money and profit off of that? Because I mean, unless you have an inside track, I haven't seen any of these braziers in Pornhub trying to embrace that and bring these everyday chicks over to do anything.
All right, here's a good trivia question. Like, if this was 95 or 2000 or 2005, and I said, name some famous porn stars, you would be able to do it. Like right now, name some famous porn stars right now.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like
I couldn't tell you one.
And the other thing that is so over time, and we still do, we work with a lot of cam sites, all the biggest ones, through advertisements, placement on our website, and plus my guys that work for me, we're all, we all know all the owners of all the big businesses, all the big companies that you guys have heard of. We know all those owners, and it's if you've ever been to a cam site, which I learned about because they were advertising with us, and God, are they great advertisers and make a ton of money. What blew my mind when I first went on a cam site was like, you'd scroll down to like these boxes of different women where you could, be stop by and observe or whatever. You'd go down like 40 rows and like 4 over and hit on one. And there'd be like 72 people in that. The amount of traffic is ridiculous. It's just crazy. And it was I started to realize like these sites get so much traffic that someone in the 40th row, 17th over could still have, 70 people in their, putting on a show, making money, which is pretty amazing.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I've been to a few because I do like my porn.
No.
Well, shut the fuck up. Everyday girls, right? And you're right. There can be, pages of girls throughout the entire world that you go through, and everything's like gold. They have tokens and they have things like that you do. And you're right. It could be that one girl that's not, at the top of the list that still has 100 people.
Yeah,
that's still making. Way more than anybody else.
It shows how horny men are. It's almost psycho.
Nothing wrong with that. For anybody tuning in, Mr.Skin.com, talking to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Skin himself. You do have a book. It's been out for a while. For people, if you read, do you have an audiobook version of it? Of your book?
No, that was too much effort.
Look, I do audiobooks. I'll do it.
Yeah, when it was my 20th anniversary, I did a book, Being Mr. Skin, which was kind of like the story of how this all happened, which was fun to do. And it's been out now a couple of years, but I didn't do that as this big moneymaker thing. It was more of a way to kind of chronicle what happened. And my business and my passion is the website and the people that work for me, and that's where my bread is buttered. But yeah, I'm proud of the book, and proud of this movie. Is kind of some things that have happened over the last couple of years that I never, when I was sitting in the pit and guys were asking me if Helen Hunt had ever been naked, I never dreamed I'd be doing this 22 years later.
Helen Hunt, what?
Water dance with Eric Stoltz. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen.
Wow, holy shit.
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen the sessions where she plays like a sex therapist.
Yeah.
And she's 49 years old and goes full frontal. It's pretty crazy.
Wow, man.
Mad About You in the 90s was a very popular show,
Of course, As Good as It Gets. That was a big one with Jack Nicholson.
Right? Very good,
yeah, thank you. I know Twister. She was in Twister too, I believe, right? I know I try not to admit that. All right, here we go. Top 5 questions. We don't want you to ponder it. We just want you to answer it. I'm going to throw these off. Ass or titties, man?
Titties.
All right.
Really? Wow.
Really?
That's great.
Not even close. Not even close.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Wow. All right.
Biggest pet peeves?
Oh God. Biggest pet peeves. Loud talkers. I don't like loud talkers.
Ooh, all right. Go-to movie, not for nudity. I'm off the nudity for now. Just your go-to movie. You're sitting around the house. You want it playing in the background. You're anywhere. This is a film you could turn on any day, anytime, any place, anywhere. What is it?
Godfather 1 or 2.
Yeah, there you go.
There
you go. I like that.
That's my answer. Goodfellas is right there with me too.
Yeah.
With all the nudity and stuff you see, how many times you ever jerked off in one day?
Oh God, when I was younger, 5 or 6. Easy.
Yeah, that's it. 5 or
nice.
6. That's the magic number.
That's what I was going to say. That's the magic number, 5 or 6 times.
And you last just had to space it out, and it was doable.
Of course. Last but not least, advice you would give to your former self. If you were younger, before your 18-year-old self, if you could go back to that 18-year-old self and give the 18-year-old you a piece of advice that you know now, what would it be that could help an 18-year-old now?
When you see a girl that you think is attractive, go up to her and ask her out, hit her up to talk. Don't, that thing where, how many times have you guys come across someone that from high school or college that says, man, I wish you would have asked me out. I would have done it. And you're so afraid of the rejection. And now that I'm older, I see younger guys and I'm always telling them, listen, if there's a girl at high school or a girl in college that you really like, just ask her out. You'd be shocked how many times they're waiting for you to do it. And they seem so the girl seems like so out of your league, but it's the guy that asks that actually gets the girl to go out.
That's
I
right.
think they call that shooting your shot. Mr.
Yep.
Skin. Man, MrSkin.com. Dude, thank you so much for being on the show. You're more than welcome. Hey, look, if you want some guys to represent you at the AVNs, just hit up.
Hey, you know what, though? I had one more question. How in 2007, the movie Knocked Up came out, and the mention, they were trying to create, this website, doing all this work, and they found out it was already in existence. How did that come up? Did they contact you about that?
Yeah, a year before the movie came out on June 1st of 2007 is when it was released in theaters. And in like July of like 06, I got a call from an attorney at Universal asking if the guy that did 40-Year-Old Virgin, he'd like to put your website into his next movie. And I got to tell you, a lot of people, when he ran that by me, and I told people, I got a lot of advice like, hey, yeah, charge them money, make them like pay up, man. You should get a windfall for that. And my instinct was like, I don't want to like put roadblocks up or make it tough for them. So I just said, yeah, where do I sign? I think, how good. I didn't even know how he was going to use the website.
Right.
And as it turned out, I couldn't have got it. Like, I think, was it like E.T.'s Reese's Pieces was probably the better product placement than Mr. Skin and Knocked Up. That movie did $250 million that summer. Wow. And it really, like, people know me from Howard Stern going on that show, but
right.
I think more people know me from Knocked Up from that. So I'll always be grateful that they asked me and that they put it in.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I just wanted to get that one in before we let you go. Like Skeet said, man, thanks so much for coming on, man. And
my pleasure. Thanks for having me. Good luck with your guys' show. I went and checked it out before I came out. It was very fun.
God.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, and you're still on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. It was doubtful I'd log in at 9:00. So yeah.
Hey, follow us on Instagram, dude.
Yeah, follow us. Give us a plug. That'd be great. Cool. Hey, thanks, man. Have a good one.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Awesome, dude. Hey, he was awesome, dude. What a laid back, awesome dude, man.
You were very leery, I know. I know how you are.
Well, it was our first interview with somebody we didn't know. I was leery more of our us interviewing, together rather than of him. I thought I didn't know he'd be so cool, like laid back, just cool shit. But I guess, if you've had a website that's so fucking successful for 20 plus years, you're probably going to be pretty chill, man.
I mean, dude, think about it. He's not running Google. He's running a bunch of hot naked.
Yeah, that's great, though. Isn't that the American dream, though, kind of? Coming up with an idea like that, okay? But listen, like I told him, the timing, coming up with an idea like that, at the time it was, internet, this, that, and, it's almost like a nostalgic website, because think about it. It's chronicling. It is a different thing than porn. It's kind of like the Playboy of now, like you were kind of comparing it to, because it's cataloging, movies, nostalgic shit in the movie. It happens to be the nude parts, but it's still kind of cool, for movies even.
Well, yeah, because you're cataloging it, right? Like, that's why I wanted to bring up the whole, look, we live in a day and age of this, this cancel culture. People will automatically see
everything.
Some shit. So I wanted to bring that up because, look, think about what's going on in this day and age of how many people are just so determined to shut down everything.
Listen
and his site, look, in this day and age, it's polite, dude. It's PG-13 with nudity, if you think about it. Yeah. But it's not, you're not singing, clapping, cheeks clapping for Christ's
sake. To this, speaking of cancel culture, and then we'll get back to that. I was listening to a podcast, and somebody mentioned they had went to see the Rolling Stones and read that they took Brown Sugar out of the playlist because they just didn't want to deal with any bullshit. Now, some people are like, oh, they're pussies, succumbing to all the pressure. There wasn't any pressure. They're fucking 78 plus. They're like, listen, last thing I want is some controversy at 78. Okay, go fuck yourself. I'll just take the fucking song out, basically.
But you know what? It's the
Rolling Stone, though.
Very unrolling Stone,
dude. They were always like, fuck the system, bitch. It kind of sucks, but just an example of, like you're saying, how the fuck it is today. I would like to apologize for Mr. Skin for our overlay being over his fucking face.
Dude, you and I kept trying.
Dude.
We kept trying to be real incognito, and let's just be honest, we blew that.
Dude, listen, I mean, what do we do? Do we have to get rid
I mean,
of,
we got to come up with a different fucking overlay. That's what we got to do, bro.
I mean, the one was on my face. There was a dot on my head. He was fucking covered with Wiv. Hey, this is our guest Wiv today.
Dude, I was trying my best. I mean, he was super cool, but
dude,
yeah,
he
you're
was
right.
Fucking laid back, cool as shit.
We got to do something about that.
I definitely want to have him back on, man, since he because it made me feel more comfortable at the end. I wish he would have said he had kind of watched some of the show, because I was like, and he thought it was funny. I was like, that's fun. Why didn't you tell me that at the beginning?
Yeah,
it made me feel happy.
That's how we got to lead it on. Of course.
I want to have him back now and discuss fucking things with him, because I thought he was just coming on going, all right, let me get this out of the way. He's probably got another one lined up. But then at the end to say he thought we were, it was a good thing, and good luck on it. He knows we're in the beginning stages, still trying to find our footing on what the fuck we want to do.
Of course.
Speaking of that, man, it is only 10:47 Eastern. I wonder if I should shoot.
Yes.
For the listeners. Wait. Oh, he just texted me at 10 o'clock about a new thing. All right. My buddy Dex, I work with, he's a character, to say the least. You know how you run across, some one-of-a-kinders. He's a character. And we thought it would be fun to send him out on the streets eventually, do some kind of like on location, crazy, dumb bullshit where he pisses people off. We'll probably have to have security with us. But tonight we were going to kind of introduce him. Skeet has never met him, never talked to him. So I wanted to connect him. But I wonder if I told him between 11 and 12, but he did text me at 10. Maybe we can try. Can you talk to everybody for a minute while I take a piss, though?
Of course,
I'm like a child. I gotta pee.
Do your thing.
I'm gonna go drain now. Now I could pee right here for you if you're.
I mean, you could if you wanted to, if you'd like. But go ahead, do your thing. All right, everybody else, welcome to the show. Thank you for being on. What I'd like you to do is go to usagainsthumanity.com. If you click watch, look, we've got YouTube. I don't know why a lot of you have not technically subscribed yet. But I'd like you to, because that's only going to make it better. Of course, everything you see and you hear, of course, you'll be able to do that. Here's a little thing we like to do while Tony's gone. I'm going to play a little clip from the TikTok.
Fuck off doesn't mean go away. Fuck off means fuck off. Fuck off! He will fuck off. Off he will fuck.
Sometimes you just got to tell people to fuck off. If you're following along with the show and you're watching on streaming networks, welcome. When Tony comes back, I'm going to tell him to fuck off. Surgery. Tony's got some surgery stuff he's got to do. The problem with having to deal with hospitals and things of that nature is that they can be pretty scary. I've always been somewhat of a fan of hospitals, because as a guy that used to pop a shit ton of pills, what I noticed when my mother was in the hospital for Thanksgiving and they were feeding her all these narcotics, that a little part of me was like, okay, do I still have a problem with wanting to pop pills? So that was a little disconcerting, but I can tell you that everything was fine. But it did have me wonder, I mean, how many times have you been subjected to having to go to the hospital and they do not want to help you? It is so surprising. Number one, you're getting major surgery. You're getting even in between, right? Like it's nothing. They're in and out. But yet at the end of the day, they still tell you, nah, you'll be out of here in 24 hours. My mother damn near had a stroke, had to have a pacemaker put in, and they were telling her, she hadn't even gone into fucking surgery. They were telling my mom, yeah, you'll be out of here in 24 hours. Hey, fuck the fact, you had a stroke, you had all this, and they still want to kick you out of the hospital anyway. The fact of the matter is, in this day and age, the healthcare system is so beyond fucked that they do not technically, it is a churn and burn system. They no longer want to be able to simply take care of you. They want you in, they want to take your money, and then it's get the fuck out. Let's get the next sick person in there. Okay, you're done. You're good. You're alive. Let me charge you a shit ton of money. I'm going to charge you double Now get the fuck out. It's on to the next one. And Tony, that's what's going to happen to you. You know, God forbid anything happened with you during your surgery. But I was talking about while you were pissing, you know, my mom,
right.
You know, she got
okay
stuck
now,
in the hospital. She is. She's doing great.
Sweet.
Thanks for asking.
Hell yeah.
She's doing phenomenal. I got to take her to one of her last doctor's appointments tomorrow. But one of the topics I want to talk about is some of the observations I made at the hospital. Nurses get hotter and hotter every time.
You know what's funny? You say that.
Time.
I have a thing, and tell me. I'm sure there's a million other guys like this because there's a TikTok thing with it. Dressed up. I don't know what the scrubs do to me if they're hot, dude. I don't know what it is. I guess it's like people who like feet and you can't understand it.
Yeah.
Or people that like whatever, you can't understand it. Something about scrubs.
God, scrubs, the way they cusp the ass.
Is it, what the It's a donkey. I think they do that kind of thing in Mexico. I'm not sure. Nurses and donkeys.
No, dude, but I'll tell you, fetishes, the nurses, you're right, dude.
Dude, what is that, though? Is like, it just... See, we got to have the sex expert on here that knows these kind of deep-rooted.
Deep-seated. Well, I like teachers because think about teachers.
Do you?
I do. There's something about teachers, man.
I mean,
younger, not high school. I mean, there's something about the sweet, super cute, right out of college, you know, teacher teaching the, you know, look, dude, my nephew. I cannot wait when he's in preschool and kindergarten and he has some hot little straight out of college taking care of them. Nico was so good. Who are you? I'm Uncle. I'm Uncle Josh. You and I should talk about his education or fuck, whatever you want to do.
I'm sure your brother's going to keep you far away from your nephew's teachers.
My dog, look, Cooper's gotten so old now, I can't take him for runs because he's got this hip dysplasia thing. So look, I'm counting the days where I can take the kid to the park and take a look at the people watching. Look,
dude,
it's the circle of life, my friend. I want to be able to do that. If I'm not dating and in a serious relationship by then, I will be when I'm taking this cute kid to the park. Oh my God, is this your son? No, I'm his uncle that loves and cares for him.
Yes, his dad has to work 5 jobs, so I'm here taking care of him.
I'm just trying to alleviate the problems of the world.
Hey, have we
yes, God forbid. It's no.
Have you looked on anything? Check on your phone real quick because
I have not.
A few people.
We do. We've had a good, steady people. Look, folks, you can. Please feel free to post some stuff. We'd love for you to be able to do that.
I would like to also say that
say hi to us.
No, you know, that's pretty cool of Mr.Skin to come on because, you know, we are kind of like just starting this. And I think it's kind of cool that he decided to
mute that fucker.
You know, that he decided to come on. You know what I mean? Because he obviously saw that, you know, we're just starting and he was cool enough to, I mean, the fucking guy, I don't know, you know, if you knew this, but he's like they did a regular thing with him on Howard Stern. I think he still goes on. So it's not like, dude. Yeah. So it's not like, you know, this is just some guy sitting in his fucking basement that came up with this. You know, it's a guy nice enough to throw us a bone and come on the show. And I would just like to thank him again for that because not everybody, you know how it is, dude. Not everybody wants to give, you know, people time unless you've got, you know, you already have 50,000 followers or whatnot. So I think that's pretty cool. And also would like to thank Barry.
Yeah, Barry McCockiner ass.
Barry McCockiner ass. Oh, Barry. Wait. I called him Barry McCockiner, Funker right in the pussy. That's what
right in the pussy. Barry
Funker right in the pussy.
What we're not going to tell you, Barry, is
fuck off doesn't mean go away. Fuck off means fuck off. Fuck off! He will fuck off. Off he will fuck.
There you go. Sometimes
you had been explained too.
You gotta be. Yeah, I'm been explained too.
So Dexter. So what do you want to hear? Let me text him first. Okay.
Yeah, text him first. While you're doing that, this is something you and I were talking about because we're both big fans of documentaries.
Yeah.
And whatnot. And what I want to do is show the fine people a little clip of something that I was watching while you're doing that. This was the Alanis Morissette Jagged. It premiered on HBO Max. If you are unfamiliar with it, I really think
Yeah, you were
should
big on this
check
one.
it out. I really enjoyed it, even though what I heard is that she hated it. But let's check this out
Right on.
first. All right, here you go.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
People would say, wow, you're so brave, you're so empowered. I can't write all these songs without obviously having been disempowered.
We couldn't get signed. Everybody rejected us.
It's too in your face, it's too emotional. I am that right now, and when I'm 34, you won't get a record like that. I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy.
Was there room for Alanis in rock? No, but you try to ignore the song. You're not going to write a better song than you ought to know.
They put in the cassette tape. Within 30 seconds, everything changed.
And it just went nuclear, man. It was like, it went nuclear.
Empowerment as a young woman in the 90s, singing about it, was not good news for the patriarchy. You were just immediately shut down.
When you are the only woman in a male-dominated environment, it's very complicated and complex.
Her brutal honesty empowered women. It gave you a chance to let out your own feelings.
There's a female artist that transcended gender, where dudes could be like, I feel the same way.
Without even knowing I was doing it, I was carving out my voice. This is dream come true stuff.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have a few things to say real quick.
Sure.
You remember when I brought up, first off, the influential women of rock and roll, and we named that off as a more current one, her. Also, I loved the statement that she said, which holds so true, because a lot of people start getting aggravated with their favorite bands because it's going to be a natural progression when they first start to make these albums, and then they're gradually going to get either softer or go a little bit of a different direction. And I loved the fact that she said, I couldn't write this album in my 30s, so I wanted to write it now. I think that's fucking a fantastic statement right there, because it happens all the time. My brother and I were just talking about, the other day, how that works. You get a band, if their freshman album doesn't hit and their sophomore one does, then their next one's good. And then, they start to either soften up or it changes direction. So it does matter your age. And I like that she got that out there, and that it did connect, because the time it came out, if I'm correct, that was around grungy time, right?
Of course,
In the middle of it.
Because a lot of the times, it was rock and roll, as I have always said, is a very male-dominated audience. That is just your core demographic when it comes. So you have to, as a female artist, you have to be, number one, accept it. Number two, do your own thing and do not conform to what the male populace is saying in rock and roll.
Yeah.
Now, look, for that time, she was incredibly influential, for a lot of female artists. So, when Liz Phair and then Belly and all these other artists that were the alt scene came about, it was very influential for a lot of these young girls to do. Now, I mean, I'm not going back on the statement I said before. I just don't think, unfortunately, it's just the day and age we live in, that, and it is unfortunate, that a lot of women just will never be able to truly dominate a rock and roll market, the rock and roll industry. It almost seems as if a lot of the program directors and the individuals that are running rock and roll stations by default
don't want it that way.
Don't want to, or by default say, well, we have to have a female artist. It's Taylor Momsen. Let's go ahead and do the Pretty Reckless. Back in the day, look, there was a whole shit ton of great grunge bands, but it was Alanis doing something.
Yeah.
It was Liz Phair doing something. It was Veruca Salt. It was a lot of these bands. But think about it. There was a sea of musicians that were male dominated, and you almost had to just say, all right, here you go. Yeah. In this day and age, look, in alternative that is predominantly poppy, right? Like most of the, alternative rock stations. K-Rock in LA used to be the most dominant force in the quote unquote alternative era.
Right.
Nowadays, there's this weird line of trying to decipher, well, what is this? What is that? Are we actually, is this truly influential?
Well,
will anybody really give a shit? Does anyone listen to the radio? I say no.
No.
Nobody
That's what I was going to
listens.
say. Now it doesn't even fucking matter because nobody listens. Now you have the people, obviously still, that probably older people that still listen because nowadays, dude, I haven't listened to radio. I couldn't even tell you how long. It's been forever. Might have been since I was on it. Like, because with streaming and stuff like that, you can go right to the point of, so there, I don't know if they can be as influential.
Yeah. I think, look, in this day and age that we live in with social media, being able to truly not only be your biggest supporter, not only be your biggest cheerleader, but you have so many fans that are truly homegrown and embrace the fact that you don't have this huge label being able to say, well,
everybody's
it's
going that way.
And that's how it looks.
I mean, that's why podcasts are important now, because it's probably one of the only places where you're going to get any fucking truth or real shit. I think people aren't buying into anymore this processed fucking cooked together, throw some of this in, throw some of that in. Now let's push it in your face every fucking 5 minutes. We play the song to you so it's drained into you, and you almost have to like them because you'll find yourself fucking singing the lyric even though you hate the song. Those fucking days are done because now radio, so they're not determining anymore what the fuck is hot and what the fuck is not, dude. It's on social media, like you're saying. I mean, and now to be influential, all you got to be is an island boy.
Island boy. Ari boy. I didn't save any of that bullshit for our TikTok nonsense.
I know, but you don't have to because it's everywhere, dude. But
see, and that's the point. That is the point I'm making.
Exactly. That's why I brought it up.
You don't need anything.
No,
because
dude.
think about it, dude. Back in the day, you weren't going to have a group of fucking nitwits like these island boys going to radio stations going, Ori, you should play our song. They would say, get the fuck out of my studio. Who are you? Are you not represented by Sony? Are you not represented by Universal? Now it doesn't matter.
No,
now
dude.
you can trend and be bigger than any band that has ever been played in radio. And on the flip side of that, where you brought up podcasting, look, think about what morning shows. I got my start with working with Lyle and Han here in San Antonio, Texas.
Yep.
Phenomenal guys. They're gone, this or that. There is no real morning show anymore that is incredibly influential. You got a handful like Preston and Steve. Yeah, well, dude, but he's not on commercial radio.
No,
he does it once a fucking week on Sirius.
But is it only once a week now?
Yeah, he does it once a week.
Oh, because he's still on that. He's only in his studio still. He's not out. Okay.
Yeah. But, other than that, Preston and Steve are dominating in, their, I don't know.
So do they still have some bigger cities where there's still a dominant morning show?
Yes, there are some markets that do, but look, man, there are more podcasters that are literally 100 times more influential than any morning show radio host in the entire country, and that's just the world we live in. And any fucking nitwit that wants to say, "Well, we're still important," no, you're not important. No. You're important because they haven't shit canned you yet for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the sad reality of it.
Do you wonder, or do you think? Well, I guess he kind of has. I guess there'll always be regular terrestrial radio, whatever. There,
that's not going away anywhere. I mean,
and then satellite's still popular.
Throughout the years, it is.
I don't even know how that's still popular when you can just turn on Spotify or YouTube or fucking whatever else, and dial into exactly what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's just kind of how it is. Welcome, everybody that's zooming in. We just were talking about the Alanis Morissette documentary. We're all about the TikTok thing. I'm going to play you another TikTok. Here we go.
You need to stand up and be a fucking man. Fuck that, Troy. I'm out. Goddamn it. You're not the fucking man. I didn't marry no pussy.
I owe him.
I don't give a fuck.
I owe him.
Get him his chest in. You don't stand there and let a motherfucker beat your ass. That's the second time. Fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Dude. God.
Can you imagine being married to that every day? Jesse, you got... She's still bitching at him in her shitty trailer.
Dude, this goes back to what I said about when I think my life is bad.
You could be...
Dude, look at this situation.
Be that
Fuck.
Where
how many wrong turns do you have to take to end up in that fucking situation?
How bad is your life that you've given up on the Bumble and Tinder? You're living in the trailer park. You find the chick with at least the most teeth that are her own. And you just say, you know what? Fuck you, man. She loved me for me. And then you get your ass beat. And then you got to hear that fucking hag go, why can't this the second time you got your ass whooped? Man, you ain't a real... I mean, how defeatist are you that you're like, you're right.
I
love you.
I think I have a real problem with white trash. It's probably the worst. I don't know. I just don't want to get too much into it, but I just have a fucking problem with white trash.
Well, with stupid people, and here is another example of really stupid people.
Oh, no.
What do you think about Hitler? I don't know who that is or what he does. I'm assuming that's some kind of rapper, but I'm assuming he's some kind of big rapper. You could tell it's like a rapper name. Y'all come up with all type of names, but whoever he is, I'm sure he's amazing, right? Because I like his name, to be honest. Hitler.
The children of our future.
That's it. She's going to be a city councilman in some town in Georgia. And look, I played that with you, brought up white trash. This is just, we live in a day and age where there are just so many stupid people that start streaming that just want to do stuff. And then you have people like us going, hey, well, you're talking about influential people. What do you think of Hitler? I know who Hitler is. But let me tell you, Silver.
He's a rapper, Silver.
He's a rapper. I love that Hitler, man. He's got that grill.
Dude, had to not hear about him. Now, do you think she was playing along? Do you think that was just like maybe a little game she was playing?
No, she
knew who it was.
She looks about as dumb as they come, honestly. Boy.
I almost want to call him right now and then have you send the email. Let me call him real quick.
All right, call him. I'm going to play another TikTok for you. Welcome to Us Against Humanity Live. Bring on the ho-ho-hos edition. Here we go. This is all about pain.
Oh, you didn't hear the phone call?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Let's hear it.
Yeah, come on. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Hey, bitch.
Hey, listen, you're live on the phone right now, you fucking cocksucker. What are you doing? Are you already wasted?
I don't know. I'm taking care of my
Are
friend.
we gonna be able to send you this email to patch you into the show or no?
My friend said, fuck you, he's grateful.
Okay. All right. You don't even sound like you're speaking English. If you're to this point, then I don't know if we're gonna
hold up, Tony. My boy.
Hey, listen.
I'll talk to you. Listen.
No, numb nuts.
You calm down with your northern accent.
Listen, numb nuts, real quick. Can I send you the email now and you open your email and you click the link? Is that too hard?
Hey, you want to be a whole Uber ride?
Oh, you're in an Uber?
Not yet. I
Oh.
got 16 minutes to an Uber
Oh
ride.
my God!
All right, hang up.
Wait, hold on. Your Uber's 16 minutes away.
16 minutes.
All right, cool. You're not going to last 16 minutes on the show. So let me send you the email now. Open it up. Join the show now. We'll get it over with before your Uber gets there. When your Uber gets there, we'll disconnect you, okay? Yeah. You're not going to have that much time on anyway, all right? Trust me. All right, so here, check your email in a minute. We're going to send it now. Click on the link. Put your little headphones in.
Wow.
All right, well, I'm going to disconnect with you here. We're going to send you an email, all right? All right, buddy. Okay.
Where the fuck do you find these people?
Send-
And this is the guy you want to represent us?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. No, it's great. Oh, yeah, it's great, dude. Trust me. Okay. I'm going to send you his email. Hold on.
No. All you got to do is click the word. Click. You see invite down there?
Hey, I don't get paid enough for this, so you're going to have to
put it in the private chat.
Okay. Invite. And then what do I do?
Hit invite, baby.
Okay. Now it says.
You're going to put email.
Email.
There you go, baby. And then it's going to send a link.
Email. So what do I use?
Oh my God. You see, people, this is the bullshit
Google?
I have to deal I don't know how you've survived this long on this planet with not knowing how to follow fucking links. I mean, I'm stunned right now.
Dude, I'm sending you the fucking
Just
thing and you're doing
send it to me in private chat.
I mean, no, hey, listen, I want to tell you right now, if it was a little more self-explanatory, I listen.
How much more self-explanatory do you fucking want it? It says click, copy, click. Oh,
listen, I can't help. Okay,
have a fucking stroke.
Hold on, I can't help if it's insufficient. Hold on. I got a spell that's gonna be. Hold on.
Oh my!
I just hit my head on. Wow. Damn, I can't see anything anymore. Can you still see?
Dude, I got glasses, motherfucker. You see me with glasses. I can't see shit.
Right. I forgot you had those.
All I see. I mean, you look incredibly attractive when my glasses are off. You look like you'd make a gay man happy.
I mean, I've often thought
that there's anything wrong with it.
See, yeah, you better stop that shit.
Hey,
we're gonna have one of my gay friends on.
Are we? We're gonna have homosexuals.
Awesome, yeah, because I wanna have questions.
You have questions.
The only way to understand anything is to ask questions. I understand, but I want to have some other people on too that people have a lot of questions about. I want to feel how it is to be a gay man. I want to feel how it is to be a black man. I want to have them on shows and ask questions and educate. Okay, I'm an educator.
Are you really an educator for real?
I'm an educator, master beta.
First and foremost, you want to find out what it's like to be a gay man? Shove your fingers up your ass.
Stop. That's very rude.
What? You want to find out what it's like? Go ahead. Tie
very rude. You're very rude. I have
Show some navels.
I have some really close gay friends.
I'm sure you do. So
I do. Okay. I'm not a homophobe.
I'm not a homophobe either.
You're a fucking something phobe. Say that.
I'm the guy that won't shit in public. That's who I am.
Ah, yeah. We got it, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up. This is an important topic. This is a very big topic. I hope you people watching are prepared.
Shitting in public. There's two groups.
I don't do it.
There's do and don't. There's no middle of the ground on this. I don't think there can
no,
be.
There is no gray area. Look, I am the guy that doesn't, because I do not care who the fuck you are or how bad I have to go.
Okay,
I will shit my pants.
I want to ask you that because, sometimes there are shits you can kind of go, ooh, let me pinch this off a little bit, and it crawls back up into the factory,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And then you're good to go, right? You're touching cotton no more, all right? You're not prairie dog, and you prairie dog for a little bit. But here's my question to you: the ones that are like, no, buddy, I think you're misunderstanding me. I need to come out now, baby. It's time. Hit it, get it. Let's go. What the fuck do you do then? What do you do then?
Look, there was a time. This was God. It's been a while. I did a little time in county, and
why did I just spit my drink at that?
I mean, you're trying to be a gay man. I get it.
Wow.
You can't spit. You can't spit. Got to swallow.
Shut up.
I was in county for a little drinking while intoxicated.
You mean drinking while intoxicated?
I was driving to and look, man, when you're in that whole situation, you start to get butterflies. Butterflies usually mean you're about to shit yourself because you're so nervous.
Yeah.
Well, it was inevitable.
Yeah.
Well, there was a time in your body that when you pass that, it's still there, only building.
Yeah, it's like a cramp then. It's like up here. You pushed it up here.
So that's what I felt. And I'm there, and there's the drunks, and there's the maniacs, and they're shitting all over the fucking place.
That's extreme,
disgusting.
though. That's not like shitting at a restaurant if you have to go, though.
No, I'm not. Are you fucking no?
Dude,
no,
you're going to the most extreme.
No.
You're going, one time I was in county.
One time I was in
they have that
county.
metal toilet and you're shitting right in front of everybody. I mean,
Exactly.
I'll still do it if I got to go. I don't give a fuck.
No.
You make a
Look.
little toilet paper tent. You know how to do
Hover,
it.
you hover.
No, that's you toilet paper it, bro. You just wipe it off and you toilet paper it.
What? So let me get this straight. So you think, hold on.
Yeah.
You think by wiping the toilet seat that all the disgusting germs are magically gone?
No, you're missing it. I'm saying wipe the toilet seat and anything that, you're going to touch, okay, with your ass. Then you take toilet paper, okay, pull it off, and then you do the fold. So now it's a long piece, but it's folded, okay? So it's long, folded in half, which is going to cover about, where's the camera? Yay much, okay? You lay that on one side. Repeat on the opposite side, and then you might, where the bowl connects, you might have a little spot here, so you lay a small one there, okay? So it's folded over, okay? It's good enough for your finger not to wipe your asshole with, so it's going to be blocking. Now, if you don't wipe the toilet, you lay it down, there's going to be a wet spot, you're going to sit in it. But you wipe first. No, that doesn't get anything off, but it dries it so that when you lay the toilet paper down, to then sit gently down so you don't move the toilet paper, then you're pretty much, it's like a toilet condom.
I heard you can get AIDS from toilet seats.
Dude, you're so stupid. What are we, 81 right now, 1981? Don't sit on the toilet.
You become homosexual overnight when you sit on the toilet if a gay man had been on it prior. No, that's look, let me tell you, the most I do, if I'm in a restaurant, right, you got to go, I'll take a piss, right? But if I got to pinch a loaf, I'm not, dude, I am not, I don't care. It can be the most high scale toilet. I'm not going.
Fuck, dude. Look at this fucking clown.
I made it in.
Hey, you stupid motherfucker. Look at this guy. Hey, everybody, it's Dex.
Let's give it up.
Holy fuck, dude.
What's happening, Dex? How are you, man?
Oh, God. Your mic's off, Dex. Can you hear us? Oh, my God.
This is the guy this is the guy you're talking about? This is it? This is
Dude, what happened to your mic?
What happened? I'm like, you were working fine.
Hey, he looks like Droopy the dog fucked Shaggy.
Dude, is he in a bus headed to Nashville? Where are you going, man? You on a special tour? Oh,
yeah, where are you at?
Where are you? You in a bar? Is that your
listen,
bar?
we can't hear you, man. Did you mute the fucking mic? Check to see if it's plugged in. Jesus Christ, this fucking guy.
Well, maybe unplug it. So
this would have been great. Yeah, hey, unplug it so we can just hear you from the phone.
Yeah,
now.
From the actual speakerphone. Try unplug.
Look at his face. Can you hear us? Dude, hey, give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. Okay, well then
so you
take the fucking things off so you can just hear. You fucking dumb. Look.
Is he hanging out at a mall at 11 o'clock at night? Where is he
unbelievable, because he would have been fucking, dude. It would have been great, dude.
Let me just say, that guy looks like he just got out of county almost every day.
Oh, wait. Is he coming back?
Let's try.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah.
There he is.
No, I'm not plugged in. I'm not plugged in. I'm not plugged in.
Yeah. Hey, where the
So
fuck
look at me. I'm gonna walk. I'm at Tommy Trent's.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
It looks like it's light outside.
But I can't hear you all anymore. Let me plug it back in. And see what we can do.
All right.
Now, what is that exact, Tony?
It's a bar.
Is it like a mall, or what is that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it too much and get it away from your face. All right, that's perfect. Hey,
all right, bet.
This is Skeet. This is Dex.
Dex,
hell yeah, brother!
I've heard a lot about you, man. So I understand we're gonna send you out and about. Wow.
I feel like
We're gonna.
I am told I'm gonna get straight up roasted.
No, you're
That's
not
what I
going to get
heard.
Well,
roasted
not
that bad.
today. We just want to find out a little more about you, or at least I do. I got a couple of questions. We're going to send you out. What will you not do if I send you out somewhere? Are you just free for all?
What do you mean what I won't do?
Yeah, what you won't. Will you not get fisted?
You need to ask me what I would do. Like, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now.
What would you do for a little?
I kind of want to be like, I have to say, like, you know, like the Channel 5 news, you know, all gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
I don't want to like, I want to be kind of like them.
Okay.
Like, I want to like go out to places and make an ass of myself, but also I want to be also kind of, you know, I mean, look at me right now. I'm a little drunk, but a little.
How many beers have you had today so far? Because when I called you 5 hours earlier, you were already on your way to drink. So,
I think I'm in my 5th puppy, buddy.
Are you in the freestyle? Are you freestyle drunk yet? To where when you hear a random beat, you start freestyle?
Hold on, I need to figure out how do I open this up. Okay, I can't see you guys. Gotta zoom in. Look at my nose. No, hold on. No, I'm being a dick. Guess what? I have a dark passenger. You know I'm Dexter, right? So I do have a dark passenger. If anybody's ever watched the show,
a dark passenger.
We know what dark. I know what Dexter is. Your dark passenger. I get it.
Yeah.
This
guy over here.
Where's he at? He was so black I couldn't see him. Is that what happened?
Hold up.
Tell him to smile for me so we see him.
All right, let's. Sorry, we got name. Hey, I've never met you before. Man, can we do a viral high five? This is my dark passenger.
Hey, does that guy make moonshine?
Give it. You get one of these.
Hey, does he?
How you feeling? Like shit, man. Feeling like shit.
He's even more drunk than that guy.
Oh wow!
I didn't think that was possible.
It looks like he's the great grandson.
Yeah. So did your mom die last year?
Hold up, no, I'm not doing that.
So, I mean, how the fuck you think I feel?
Oh my god! Listen to that guy.
I'm sorry, guys. There's things going down. So hey, it's nice to meet you. Hey, there's this guy I know named Tony. He works at
Did your mom die last year?
Yeah, he works at
I never met this guy. You're right, and he's already talking shit to me. Fuck him. Yeah. Did your mom die last year?
Hey, you know that guy?
Last year Thanksgiving. What did you do on Thanksgiving last year?
Dude, you gotta talk to these people.
Yeah, I was gonna touch him. I don't know who the fuck you am I supposed to put in my ear or my mouth. All right, so hey,
You're supposed to eat it.
All right, so no sisters, I put it in my mouth and my ear. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and say that your mom fucking died 3 days before Thanksgiving. Okay. Your mom died.
Hey, dude, I was
3 days before Thanksgiving.
Less food you have to make. That sounds like a deal with me.
That sounds like Joey.
Hey, look,
It sounds like you told me to tell him what was going on.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go outside.
Hey, Dexter, listen, what would happen if my mom died 3 days before Thanksgiving? I would then only buy a 15-pound turkey as opposed to a 20. I wouldn't need as much.
There you go. Just you're sticking with the diet.
Man, hold up.
Calories jerking off.
No, I'm just kidding. I think that's sad, but he did look like he just left the moonshine distillery.
That's my buddy, and dude, hey, like, listen, I gotta look out for him.
I know. That's
so. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Looking out for him.
Well, we just.
Hey, check it out, dude. I got here.
We just kind of wanted to introduce how ridiculous you are. I know that you would be wasted by this time at night, but you know, I wanted to introduce you to Skeet real quick, show that you are
capable of doing. Stop, bro. I love you.
I'm getting out of here.
You get the fuck out of here, there.
You tell that kid. So they could, hey, watch your mom die.
Dude, what are you talking about? Dude?
That's what I'm talking about. You all have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm dealing with me.
Watch your mom die. Watch your mom die.
Man, what a great Christmas episode this is. Watch your mom die.
No, I mean, this took our Bring On the Ho Ho Ho's.
No, hold on. I'm excited to be here, guys. I'm really here. Now I get to go back to drinking my beers.
Well, drink your beer. Thank you for being on the show.
No, I want to be like on that. Hold up, no.
I know, it's great. It's good stuff.
Dex, we love you, buddy. I'm glad you can. See you later. All right.
We're done.
Wow. Well, that worked out well. I'm sure Skeet's impressed with Dex. He can't wait to work with him.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Can you see? Because that's all we need is a guy like that to be relatively, entertaining enough. I was wondering what was going on with the mom thing. You ever? Brings me to another TikTok of insults. You ready?
You shut up. That's why your shoes raggedy. That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell. What shoes she got on? What shoes she got on her casket? That's why your granny ain't got no knees and she can't pray to Jesus, bitch. How about that? She can't double dutch. Yeah, that's why your baby got a glass eye. And when she cry, you gotta clean it with Windex, bitch. I'll get out your car. Fuck.
Dude, I've seen that couple. They make good ones, dude.
They make really good ones.
Yeah.
You ever have those where you're just joking? Yeah, man, it's just jokes, and then shit gets real.
I don't know, man, because I'm pretty open to going pretty deep, and then the people that do it on me, I don't really get offended because I think ragging on each other is one of the funnest things to do, and people get upset. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
dude,
but I mean, I'm not going to start busting on your mama and saying, "What's her casket look like when the bitch has got no knees?"
That's not cool.
I mean,
But
that's
I mean,
fighting. We fighting. That's all I'm saying. Guess what? I'm jumping on that.
Look at Dex. He's trying to come back. This is funny. Bring him on for 1 second.
No, he had his time. He had his time.
Hey, listen, I can tell he's going to be fighting to try to find a spot on this show again.
Oh, he's going to be. He is. He's going to be fighting. That's what. All right, if he does it one more time, look. I will give
He's
him.
wasted, and I wasn't there to control. Let's just for funny.
Just
for
all
fun.
right.
I was
one time.
I was amused by it a little bit.
I would.
All right, let's bring him on.
All right.
Hey, finally, I get to talk to you guys and not my friend.
Where are you at? You at home now? Hanging around with kids?
No, I'm still downtown drinking, but everybody, dude, I had to deal with my boy. And I had to, the way Tony deals with me, I had to deal with that guy.
Well, yeah, well,
and then the way so it's like the way you deal with Tony, the way Tony deals with me, then I deal with somebody else.
I got you.
The bus
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Say, Dex, show me where you're at. I want some better visuals of. I see balloons around you. What's?
I'm literally in Market Square. I'm at that Tommy Trent's. So I'm gonna try to. Well, I don't know.
Explain Tommy Trent's to a guy that is unfamiliar with the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, he's in
So Tommy Trent's used to be this place called Market House Cafe, which they didn't know what the fuck that was either. But no, it's on the corner of Market Square. It's like 2 stories down from, the Preservation Pub where everybody does,
Now, the Preservation Pub, I'll take this over. The Preservation Pub is a badass bar that.
I mean, I'll walk down there. You want me to walk down there?
Yeah, go on. Let's go check out the Preservation Pub.
Here, how about this? I'm gonna leave that beer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I turn the camera?
Yeah, I mean you can. You're ugly, so yeah.
Oh yeah, really. Just walking down. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, this is somebody else.
Now, to explain to Skeet, this is where the main downtown is, this little square where there's, some restaurants, clubs, and then down the street a little bit, this is the whole gay strip street that has the Tennessee Theater on it, all kinds of places to drink and eat. But this pub has been around forever. People like Chris Stapleton, Kate the Elephant played here before they
yeah, we're doing it. Hold up, we're talking about it. I'm doing it. This is a Preservation Pub.
Oh, it's dead. It is Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah.
Where's all the college girls? Show me some college girls.
No, it's going to get loud if we all listen to me. I want like 2 minutes. Like, I'll hit y'all up. We get a beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
Where
what.
the bitch is at?
How do I leave this?
We got to get him better access to cameras and equipment. I mean, I get where he's going with that. And this is your boy. I'm trying not to judge too hard just yet.
I mean, the guy is a regular guy, all right? He doesn't have a fucking mic. I mean, when we go out with him, obviously it's going to be better. He's in a club. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So look at you. You look like a father in disgust. I mean, what do you expect the guy to come on? Hey, Skeet, nice to meet you. I'm here with Fleepity Flop, and we're going to do a fucking, I
guess I just don't know what I was.
And he's wasted. He's been drinking since 5 p.m., dude.
I mean, good God, man. I will say though, maybe that'll be a great thing because we don't want him too drunk, right? We want him just drunk enough to be able to be somewhat coherent enough to come up with some retorts if someone comes after.
Yes.
I mean, we need that. We don't need to. How's it been?
Well, like I said, this wasn't anything that was. I told him I was just going to introduce him to you. Whatever. You know what I'm saying, buddy.
I know what you're saying. Fine. Here's one more TikTok for you because I am curious about this. If you've ever done this before.
There you go. Thank you. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. I'm so hungry.
Oh no, you don't have to. The guy in front of you already paid for it.
He did?
Yep.
Oh, that is so nice of him. Oh my goodness, God bless his soul. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pay for the car behind me.
Oh, that's so nice.
You know what? Because Jesus is watching.
Oh, I love these.
Yes. How much?
$250.10.
Wait, what?
$250.10.
What the fuck is behind me? Is it a fucking tour bus or something?
It's a school bus.
Oh, what?
It's a school bus. It's a field trip.
Putang ina mga bata tong lalakas lumamon na. How much again?
$250.10.
In a fucking drive-thru?
Do you wanna cancel it?
Yeah, cancel that shit. Have you ever done that, Tony? Have you ever tried to pay it forward at all? Have you ever been in a drive-thru?
I paid it forward. I paid it forward.
When?
$200 and some bucks, but I have. I bought somebody wearing veteran stuff. Dinner. I have told people at the bar where I've worked, if somebody's going through some shit and I'm leaving or something. There's one time I was leaving, I was like, here, whatever his tab is, here's your tip, boom, and fucking paid for their shit. I've done it kind things. I know for a fact you don't even have to speak because I know you have.
Yes, you've lost your goddamn mind. I don't do that shit.
You have
crazy. I don't give to homeless people. I don't pay it forward. I don't do any of that bullshit. Look, man, I mean, I feel for you, right? From a distance, old Dex can wait. So from a distance, I'll think about it. I'll feel bad for you, but I'm not the guy that's going to be like, well, yes, let me give you a couple. But look, man, I mean, I'll say a silent prayer for you, but then that's
what if somebody bought you that? You don't believe that if you get something good to help somebody else out?
Are you talking karma?
Freebie.
I mean, karma, I believe in, but look, first and foremost, I've never had anyone go, you know what? I'm going to pay for your latte. And what? You want me to pay for the bitch behind me's latte? Is she blowing me after? I mean, maybe I'd do that. I don't know.
Hell yeah, brother.
I paid for
I'm proud of you.
Numbnut.
No, I like that flannel.
Numbnut. Hold on, let's see if you can hear me. Hold on. Numbnuts. Numbnuts. Hey, there you are.
I'm gonna go outside. Don't cut me off. Do not cut me off.
Hey, listen.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
All right, I'll wait till you get outside for a minute. All right, now listen.
I gotta put my fucking headphones in. I'm pretty sure I'm still in the green room.
No, you're not. I'm pretty sure you're frozen now. I keep trying to just give you a good goodbye. Is all I want to do is just give you the proper. Okay, there we go. All right, now listen. Tonight was just an introduction. I wanted you to meet Skeet.
Sorry, Skeet. I'm sorry I ruined your show. Skeet, sorry, Skeet, I ruined your show.
No.
Damn it.
Listen, I told him that the future will be planned. We're going to have a mic. We're going to have everything set up for you. I put you on the spot. I wasn't expecting any kind of performance. I just wanted to introduce you so he knew you were a retard and that I loved you, and he knows that.
I'm not a retard. I'm retarded.
He
knows look at
that.
it.
What? Yeah, look.
Now I'm Asian. Now I'm Asian. I'm an Asian retard.
Hey, but listen.
Hold up, we gotta figure this app out because I'm looking at this shit like, dude, it looks like this. When I'm seeing,
yeah,
I see you, Tony, and I see you. What's your name?
Skeet.
Oh, dude, Skeet. Dude, how many times you skeeted?
Before I came on the show twice.
Nice, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Yes. All over the place.
Okay,
dude, you gotta watch out, dude. That's not, dude. No, I'm gonna tell you. You get drunk and you skeet, and you try to wear that clothing, and it's got all that skeet on it.
All right.
Yeah, we all know.
Tonight. Hey, buddy, we're going to see. Hey, listen, meet me at the bar. I'm going to go by the bar and smoke a cigar tonight when we're done with this. So probably.
I was talking about cum.
Okay.
No. I want to hang out.
Hey,
no. Hey,
yeah,
am I ruining your podcast?
You're not. It was a quick introduction. I wanted you to say hi to Skeet, and we're going to get you back on with it the right way, recording some footage with old Dexter here. We love you. You are a retard. I can see part of your brain cell that's left. All right. See you, Dex. I'll see you soon, buddy.
All right. There we go.
Just tell him goodbye. I just wanted to say
yeah,
goodbye.
Just tell him goodbye. I've had my fill about 2 minutes in.
Okay, Mr. Fucking dude, dude. Your patience are just. I guess
it's my.
Head.
I guess
you gotta just relax a little. Buddy.
I guess. He had chicks. I wonder if they had tarantula eyelashes.
Oh yeah, you brought that up for a fucking reason.
What? I was just bringing it up. What?
You know what, you fucker? Listen, dude, I'm gonna fucking go off on this, bro. Okay, because I am totally. I should have found some pictures to share, but you know me, that would take effort.
We don't need that.
I am so tired.
Okay.
And I know you've seen it. These fucking things. These fake fucking. They look like they're crinkled up spiders on your face.
I know.
And then hold on. Then to go along with that, they add this. It's not even tanning bed. It's that shit they wipe on them or spray tan where they're fucking orange.
Ugh.
Okay, and then they have these long, like gross, pointy fingernails. Now, are you into any of that? Because for me, they're looking at themselves and going, "Ooh, look at this! I'm on point. I'm fresh. I got my fucking tarantulas on my eyes. I look orange."
No, bro. No, there has never been a time.
What is
when
that?
When I've been, look, dude, that's a lot of these chicks like the long lashes, the long nails. Look, let me tell you a quick story. There was this one chick I met on Plenty of Fish. She was dressed kind of gothed out or whatever, but she had these fucking long ass nails that were black as shit. We were hanging out or whatever, and before we started banging, she started scratching up my leg, like just playfully, like that, right? Like and I was like, "Whoa,
okay,
man, okay, yeah. Well, look, when we started banging, dude,
she dug them.
She dug it, dude, dug them in like she was a bear, and this was the Revenant. And my back was I looked like I was attacked by some creature.
Now, were you into it?
Shred? No. And she
like
kept
while you were
me.
fucking though, like she was just grinding your back,
just
bleeding.
Dude, it took bleeding, dying. Dude, it took me about 2 weeks for my back to heal. It was so fucking shredded. But she was like, that was like her thing. She was in to that shit. And I was like, bitch, what part of you need to cut that shit out? Didn't you understand? She's like, ooh, I didn't know you were serious. What do you mean? What part of me in tears, screaming in pain, did you think I was fucking with you? No, I am not fucking with you. That shit hurt.
Now, what about the appearance of it, though? I was talking more like
I have no,
dude. I
don't
think
like
it's
the
gross, dude. I like
don't
regular.
like it.
If you grow them out a little bit and then you
What are
paint
we
them up,
talking? Just
that's
like,
cool.
just
Natural, real
a little
stuff.
bit.
Yes.
Well, real. I don't want fake shit. I don't want this stuff you get
No,
at
dude,
Target.
no, that's
They're
weird
like,
too.
hey, girl.
Yeah. And then what's
Lot
up
of
with
the
the eyelash
sisters
shit, bro? What starts these things? And then what starts the orange thing? You fucking look orange. You don't look tan. You fucking look. And then you can see where they, like on their palm where it's spray, where the line is from where it didn't get sprayed. And then they're wiping it on everything. Everything's fucking orange. Why?
You're aware, though, that that's a Florida thing.
No, dude, it's here.
What, the tanning bed bullshit?
Yeah, dude.
Look,
No, it's not the bed. It's like the spray, dude.
the spray tan. They do the whole
or
yeah.
the bronze where they like wipe it on them and then it gives them like a tan for a little bit, like for the fucking day or whatever.
Yeah, look, a lot of the time that I've heard. Look, when I was living in the DC area, those were incredibly popular for the simple fact that look, it was always gray, right? It was consistently gray. A lot of these chicks didn't like looking like Casper. So they said, well, I'm going to go. I just need to be nice and tan for the date. It's like, no, you look gross. When you sit down, it looks like you were in, Hiroshima bomb. And that's like your flesh on the end of the butt. There's nothing sexy about it.
Doesn't make any
There's
sense,
nothing.
dude.
Look, but you know what? It's not just chicks. Guys do that shit too all the time. Look, that Jersey Shore nonsense, they do that.
Oh, with the thing.
All that,
I've
you
seen
fucking
that.
wops like that shit where, they spray, they want to look good. They're out working at the gym, and that's the next thing they do. Yeah, so I got to go get my spray tan on.
Well,
have to pump in some motherfucker.
Hey, I like to pump the old iron, guy.
Well, but you're also not getting spray painted with fucking, beige to look, like some Krispy Kreme critter. It's disgusting. I just don't like it.
I'm not into the look. I've never been a fan of shit tons of makeup anyway. You know what I mean?
No, well, look, I've always been all natural. It goes back to the Mr. Skin thing. I like the girls that you legitimately can find at the coffee house.
No, I agree
You're
with
walking around. Look, to me, that's sexy. I just want a girl that doesn't require too much shit because it's natural. So, here's the key.
Yeah.
You know that when they do dress up, straight out of fucking, Maxim magazine, man, looking fucking oof.
See, that's the thing is there's differences between cute, pretty, sexy, beautiful, hot. For me, there's differences. You know what I mean? And if you're sexy, that means you have something about you. You know what I mean? Some kind of thing. There's like obviously hot women,
Right.
You're like, okay, she's obviously hot.
Mm-hmm.
They almost have a look, a lot of them, a certain look, whatever. Obviously they're hot.
Yeah.
But I like the ones that kind of sneak up on you. You know what I mean? And you're like, man, wait a minute.
Is she attractive? Is she
Well, I mean, not attractive, but you're like, she is, but you're kind of like,
is that a man?
It's just not. No, it's just like there's.
Does she have a penis? I don't know.
That's with your,
Hey,
that's
bro, that's
I mean,
fucking
your thing.
those
man.
sites, man. You got to watch them. You got to make sure they're not tucking. Got to worry about the tuck.
I got a buddy tripping on mushrooms, and he's texting me right now.
Why is he texting you right now? I mean, what's your problem, man?
He's on mushrooms,
and he's just texting you.
He goes, "You ever see a specific pattern on mushrooms?" Shout out to Patrick. What up, Dow?
What up, Dow? Yeah, man.
What up, Patrick? Motherfucker, you should be on my podcast right now watching it, you motherfucker.
Yeah, on my podcast. I like how Dex did
I
bring
didn't
that
mean
up.
but. I didn't mean that. You fucking. You know what the fuck I meant.
Ah.
On your
All
podcast.
right, brother. Are we gonna call this a day?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's look. Was there are a few other? Hold on. Oh yeah. You liked? No, I don't care about her. Oh, you know what? You never told me about.
What?
And I'm
My
kind of
wreck?
curious. Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Shit, bro. Here's the problem with that is that
What?
well, I mean, no problem, but except the fact I don't have a fucking automobile right now, so I'm having to borrow my dad's car. He's got a Suburban.
Oh, so that's why you're getting the new car.
Yeah, they totaled
You're
it out.
getting a new car out of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I
See?
mean,
Find the good.
Are you really finding the good in that situation? Is that where you're going with?
Find the good. Can't
So
we?
look, so I was getting
What
ready to go run Cooper,
Yep.
and I'm
Day off
literally
or before work?
no day off. It was day
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Or dude, it was early. It was
Painting a picture. I'm trying to get the picture.
8:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
All right.
out. Wanted
Nice.
to take Coop to the dog park. It was going to be good. Barely a block away. There's a major intersection. I'm at the light. I'm hanging a right. To the right-hand side of this street are apartments and condos. To the left are houses. There is only one street, me going north, the other individuals going south.
Gotcha.
There was a vehicle in the middle lane needing to turn into the apartments. I
Gotcha.
have the right of way.
Yes.
I'm going. It's 35 miles an hour. I'm taking my time. I want to say maybe less than 6 feet from the entrance. This bitch decides to quickly try to run in front of me. I'm not even 6 feet away from her. And dude, I smack the shit out of her fucking little car.
Wow.
Oh,
So hold on real quick.
Dented rims.
She was
fucking
waiting.
over.
Okay, so she was there waiting, just so I can get the right picture. I don't interrupt it, but I want to get the right picture. I get that. She was turning in, but you saw she was waiting, and then all of a sudden decided,
out of
fuck it.
nowhere.
Let me go.
Literally.
So was she texting?
No. No. Here's the deal. Like this,
Yeah,
dude, literally,
yeah.
she turns right when I'm this close. And I'm,
wow.
dude, I was beyond shocked. Okay, so I smash into her.
Yeah.
I tell her, look, just pull in right there. We're not going to take up traffic. Just go into the entrance. She goes, I step out of the car, fucking furious. It's this fucking huge, fat Mexican chick. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ, Schwansky, what are you, huge fat Mexican?
I'm painting the picture for you, man. I'm painting the picture. You need to know. I got this beast just stumbling out of her car, testing the shocks. It goes up. She's walking out, breathing heavy. And there I am doing this, going, what the fuck?
Right.
And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, did you not realize I had the right of way? What were you thinking?
Yeah.
This is what she said.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought you were going to pause. What? I said, why the fuck would I pause if I have the right of way and you see me?
You're in flowing traffic. You don't pause in the middle of a fucking road.
I'm furious, right? I said,
Right.
look, we got to call the cops. I'm
Yeah.
going to call the cop. You call the cops. We both get on the line with them. They
Yeah.
say, well, do you have your insurance information? Is anybody injured? I said, no, nobody's injured. You know, I think old Bessie there is fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, just exchange information. You'll be good to go. I said,
Yeah.
perfect. Great. Good. I've get my info. I said, hey, where's yours? So now she's looking in her car.
Oh, God.
I don't think I have it. Can
Oh,
you follow me to my apartment? It's right up there. And I said, wait a second. I said, why aren't you carrying your insurance card in your vehicle? Check this out. Well, it's not my vehicle.
Oh, another strike. Here we go.
And I'm like,
the
what the
fuck?
fuck is going on? So I said, look, I said, how far? Are you in this exact complex? She said, yes, I'm in this complex. I said, you know
Yeah.
what? Fuck it. Fine. I follow her, but I call my dad. I said, look,
Yeah.
here's what happened. I'm not going in this chick's apartment. I'm not
No.
going near it, but I need you to know exactly where I'm at. Something happens. I'm leaving the phone on, whatever.
Smart.
So I go, she goes inside, leaves her door cracked and said, you can come in if you want. And I said, no, I'm good right here. I need you to get your information. Well, she was a piece of ass. And I said, well, we can work this out.
Yeah, that's how you get killed, but go ahead.
I mean, you get murdered, right?
Yeah, but I get some pussy on my way out.
I get some, I mean, that's how I always wanted to go. So I said, no, I'm good. Just get your stuff, whatever. Dude,
yeah.
Right when you think it doesn't get worse, she gets out.
Oh, God.
And I said, okay, so I need all the information. She goes, look, there's something I need to tell you. I'm like, fuck, what now? She's like, I don't have a license.
Dude.
I said, why are you driving a fucking car that isn't your own? You don't have a license. I said, look, sweetheart, tell me the truth here.
Yeah.
Did you steal the fucking car? Is this somebody? I mean, you just wrote, what's going on? She said, no. So look, I was staying with a friend of mine up the block. I needed to come to my house. She let me borrow the car.
Oh, yeah.
And I just went ahead and I took it. And I said, well, why the fuck would you do that? I said, for what possible reason would you even do that for? She goes, well, I just needed to get to a certain place. And I said, well, look, I said, look, my car's fucked. Your car is way worse. We need to figure something out right now. Well, needless to say, look, it turns out the only thing, Tony, that saved me from not being fucked on this deal is that my insurance covers anyone that doesn't have coverage.
But does yours
They totaled they totaled the car, man. They totaled the car. I wound up getting.
Then how the fuck were you driving to her?
Well,
was it drive?
Well,
I know how
it was drivable. It was drivable.
Yeah.
Well, remember, because look, I only had a 2010 Mazda 3. It had over 100,000 miles. So by default, because apparently there was frame damage when they wound up doing it. That's how they found out.
So it
officially.
is
That it was totaled out. It was going to cost entirely too much. I got $8K for the vehicle. It worked out for me, but I'm just going to wait, man, till James. But look, the rant of the day for this is I don't understand. She was 23 years old. How do you not have a fucking I couldn't wait to get a license. I couldn't wait to get a license. This bitch is 23 and didn't even think about it.
Yeah, but she could have lost it already. She obviously she's not giving you all the info. So
it
could have been several things. She probably had it. It could have been suspended. She could have been on DUI probation or fucking millions of things. And it was probably the fact that she might have been driving just a few blocks. And then unfortunately for her dumb fucking ass, but you don't think she was inebriated in any way? Like,
no, dude. No. I would have been able to. No, she was just a fucking imbecile.
Wow.
She was an imbecile that was unfamiliar with driving. Why the fuck she thought that she could just pull out in front of somebody when they have the right of way? I mean, she was completely oblivious to this shit.
Scary.
And it was stunning to me how stupid some people are.
It goes back to that. It goes back to it's pretty scary, dude. As I would like to think as a whole that we're okay, but when you run into things like this, you're like, I mean, waiting there at all. You see, I mean, knowing a car's coming and then last minute going, I can make it.
I'll be fine. Smash, dude. I fucked her car up.
But you're okay.
No, I'm good. I was pissed off.
Now, are you gonna get?
Oh baby, I'm gonna get me a Mazda Altima or maybe a Rogue. I'm still trying to.
You mean the Mazda CX-5, everybody?
The CX-5. I don't know about Nah, I'm not gonna do. That's the Mazda. I'm not doing the Mazda. Look, I had a Mazda. I had a Mazda.
I'm nuts. And the
Nissan.
The Rogue is nice.
No, dude, I'm all Nissan, bro. Nissan is the way to go.
Rogue's nice. I still think you should go drive the fucking Mazda CX-9 or is it 5? 6.5.
CX-5. Look, they look good, man, and the price is right for this
better car.
Better. You're saying better than a Nissan, a Mazda? Bullshit. No.
Look up the ratings, cockboy. No, but they are right there next to each other.
Right now.
No, they are right there next to each other. At least 2020 models or 29. It was always that came up best little, like they call it, compact SUV or mini SUV. Rogue always came up. Mazda CX-5 always came up. Toyota RAV4 always came up.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if you're going to pay a little more for that, those things are Toyota's a little more expensive. They last forever. I think the Honda CR5 came up. So any of those, you're safe. I think those are always the top ones.
Yeah.
For that style.
I feel you.
20,000 damn bitches on the island. 20,000 damn bitches going private. She make it clap. I got the strap. 21 gats. Feel like I'm savage.
Hell yeah, now.
Yeah, dog. He was feeling the Holy Spirit Thanksgiving. Dude, I saw that. I was like, yeah, that's Thanksgiving, man. People put on their fat pants. The place I work with a lot of chicks, and they were all talking about, yeah, I'm going to wear a dress so I can wear my fat pants underneath.
Fat pants.
Like, how much are you eating? God damn.
Jesus
What the fuck is going on there?
Well, I would like to talk with you about some of our plans for the future, everybody.
Yes, before we wrap up the show, let's talk about future plans. Number one, first and foremost, folks, we will do one more show in December, live show, wrapping up the big wrap up, Christmas. Well, this was more of the ho, ho, ho show. Anyway, so this is really going to be like an end of the year show in December. We'll figure out the time. Tony, what plans do we got for 2025?
2025.
What are we on? 25?
Well, it's 2022. So
Oh my
next.
God,
Yeah, you skipped a few. Can you slow down a little? Fuck. Or did I just go through a time warp? You made me feel weird there.
Might be 50.
Here, well, we're gonna do some on the street shit some way. If I can talk you back into letting Dex on again. No, this stuff will
We'll
be
have to talk
pre-recorded.
about that.
It won't be as wasted. We'll have the proper stuff. Listen, it wasn't supposed to be a bit tonight. It was just an introduction. I probably shouldn't have done it because it's this late.
Whatever.
And I knew he was going to be wasted. And we're also discussing certain things like maybe doing 2 a month, one maybe being an interview. We have more interviews. We may do it like this. We may have an interview live. We may record some interviews, play them during the live show. We may just put the interview on. If the schedule's weird, Skeet may be just doing the interview. I might have just an interview. We're going to try to do a bunch of that stuff. We are planning and hopefully have it in the books with all the tickets bought and all the bullshit. January. Solidifying it, Skeet showing up in March here. For the in-studio stuff. Us sitting down on the couch, bullshit, maybe having some guests, us walking around Knoxville doing some wacky shit, having Dex film us doing that kind of thing, which I think will be cool. We'll get a lot of material for that. And then maybe summertime, you go down to Texas, do some in-studio stuff, kind of get the feel for that. Because like we said, we're still kind of trying to find our place as far as what we want to do. We both actually have real jobs, real lives. So we're trying to kind of balance it, but still put enough out there to start maybe making, getting a little momentum going. We wanted to get once a month down to kind of try to start to get there. We're feeling better each one, mixing in some interviews. We want to get some more interviews, do that kind of thing. And then maybe have some other podcasts kind of be guests, us be on them, and then maybe have Skeet, if I can talk him into doing Skeetopia again. I know a lot of people like that. Do maybe a 30-minute Skeetopia underneath the Us Against Humanity umbrella combination. Then maybe, if he wants to have somebody on over there, bring somebody on, kind of try to make like a Us Against Humanity umbrella and do some different things coming up. I'm going to be out of commission for 3 months from the gym, and I'm going to try to just sink myself into the studio once I move it over next week to the new spot. So a lot of cool, exciting stuff coming up. UsAgainstHumanity.com. Once again, watch, listen, please subscribe. We're trying to, Skeet and I were just talking about the YouTube thing, trying to get 100 so we can solidify the / Us Against Humanity. I fucked up our TikTok, which we didn't talk about.
Jesus Christ.
We're in TikTok limbo on that. We may have to start another one. I don't know what's going to happen with that fucking shit.
You really fucked that up.
Nah, man. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up, man. Hopefully you guys will join us on the journey. We'll try to, each month we try to have a little bit more stuff going on and more news, but it's coming, man. It's getting there, right?
Yeah, it's going to be great. 2022 is going to be phenomenal. A lot of great stuff. Look, big thanks to Mr. Skin. You'll be able to download the podcast If you want to listen to it, of course, you'll be able to go to YouTube and check that out. It's all on the website. Thank you, guys.
Also, real quick, Mr. Skin, MrSkin.com, his movie Skin, I want to check out on Hulu, and then his book, and then his best of 2021, because I just wanted to give him the shout out and being cool enough to come on the podcast, man. Thank you, guys. UsAgainstHumanity.com. Love you, Skeet, you pecker fucker.
You fuck. See you guys.